into your blue, into your blue. Yeah, I keep sinking into your blue, into your blue. Stars, I keep seeing stars inside your eyes. In my mind, I'm holding on to all the sparks, flying through the dark while we collide. Tell me that I'm all you ever wanted. Take me to a crowded place and I know all I see is the way that you breathe. Hit me like a hurricane and I know all I need is your love next to me. Oh, I keep sinking into your blue, into your blue. Yeah, I keep sinking into your blue, into your blue, right into you. Underwater, I'm under, but I'm high. I can't let go of the way you love me better. Thought I could never touch the sky, but you got me holding heaven. Take me to a crowded place and I know all I see is the way that you breathe. Hit me like a hurricane and I know all I need is your love next to me. Oh, I keep sinking into your blue, into your blue. Yeah, I keep sinking into your blue, into your blue, right into you. Oh, I keep sinking into your blue, into your blue. Yeah, I keep sinking into your blue, into your blue, right into you.
Hey everybody, how we doing? I thought I might have had about another 2 seconds to go then. Keeping it nice and tight, as they say. Anyway, Victoria Fisher, hello to you. I hope you like that introduction, folks. I do enjoy doing an intro, and that's the track of music that I like to use all the time when it comes to the Transatlantic live stream, because you might be thinking, well, what you got blue for? What's all that about? Well, last time I looked at the Atlantic Ocean, it was pretty blue. It's pretty cold as well, actually. So anyway, folks, Hive will be back with us in just a second. He's just, of course, had to go and powder his face because, like you do, we've been streaming for nearly 3 hours, so I don't blame him. I mean, I just did the same thing myself. Only human, after all. But anyway, how are you all doing? Anyway, did you enjoy part one? And do you enjoy us doing these kind of double bubble streams as well? They're kind of cool because I like doing them, because we instead of us having to sort of pick a couple of times a month doing it, we're like, well, why don't we just pick one day and then just do like a double stream? That's kind of like the way we're kind of rocking and rolling at the moment. But anyway, let me say hello to you lovely lot, and thank you for coming over as well. We've got Cabbage Face out there as well, with that awesome Spitfire avatar. We've got Craig, of course, aka Brick Stage Pass, the wonderful Bricky TY. Dude, good to see ya. Burko Bricks is there as well. The beautiful Tina Bricks. She's awesome. She really is. Mayo. Did somebody say Mayo? That is your catchphrase, dude. It really, really is. Minifig, who's in there as well. Lots of members out there, which is kind of cool, folks. And that kind of leads me to that. You could do. You can follow the channel in. You can support the channel in about 3 different ways. You can, folks, if you want to. Completely up to you. Time is money, and I really appreciate you, lovely lot, being out there watching us at the moment too. So the 2 different ways of doing it is, one, you can either give us a super chat and I add your name up to the board, of which got a lot of monarch up there at the moment. We really have. The alternative is, if you want to, you can actually join and become a member of the LBB family. And there's 2 tiers. That's all. We've got the Londoner tier, if you want to become a Londoner, it's pretty cool. Or of course, there's a Greater Londoner if you want to do that. And the alternative as well is, do you know what? If you're buying sets at full price and you want to save 10%, I've got a Zavvi affiliate link down in the description where you guys, if you use promo code LBB Lego, you'll save yourself 10%. And that's on non-sale prices. But you know what? If you want to buy a set and you want to save 10% on it, and let's face it, folks, who doesn't, then use that code if you don't mind, folks. If you want to, like I say, folks, completely up to you. I'm just trying to throw stuff out there so you lovely lot out there can save some money, and that's what it's all about. It really is, folks. So let's say hello to a few peeps that have joined us as well. Like we got Victoria Fish. Say hey there, Food in Bricks. Nice to see you today. It always is lovely to see Barry. Big TY, is that Lagondon in the background there, Greg? It is. That is Lagondon over there, folks. It does exist. This is quite a good little angle to sort of show it off at to you lot, because I've got my iPad here doing my stuff. And you know what? The thing I always like to do, let's do that. I always prefer my co-host to be up there with me as well. These are some of the sets that I've built this week. There we go. Highly recommend this one, folks. Honestly, absolutely beautiful set. It really, really is. I love it to bits. I look at it and I kind of admire it. And it's just a wee speed champion. I built this one as well. These work together quite nicely, if you ask me as well. Look at that. Look, we've got a classic Lego City set with a rather beautiful speed champion set. Anyway, there's one or two other things there as well, like a police car. I rather like this car actually. It's quite square. It's quite old fashioned with the four stud wide kind of car, albeit it's not really 4 studs, is it? It's actually 6 studs. I can count now. It's a bit too early for me to be streaming, maybe. Who knows? But anyway, what I will like to say is it's lovely to have you lot here. This is where I'm at the moment building the ATST. I've not done bad, actually. I think I'm about 3/5 through it, I'd say. So this is the build cam that you'll be watching today, folks. And hopefully you guys and girls will stick it out with us to around, I don't know, 8 p.m. UK time, which currently in the time zones is 4 p.m. EST time. We've got Minifig who's saying, yeah, really finally relaxing after a day of rushing around, Barry filling bricks. Yeah, I had a couple of hours of really running around this morning. Oh my God, is it me? Or is there like loads more traffic on the roads these days? Everyone's leaving their house and getting out there. Big TY says, do you find it easier building from an iPad, Greg, over paper instructions? Yes and no. To be honest, I love instructions. I love paper instructions. I really, really do. If I'm building to relax, to kind of get away from things, just be myself, to build something, I like using the paper. When I'm doing a live stream, that's quite a different kettle of fish altogether, in all honesty. It really is. They're talking of other kettles of fish. It really is. Great guy. Mr. Brandon, how you diddling?
Hey, what's happening?
Good
I had to go stretch my legs for a minute. Go use the little builder's room.
I ran back to the house. I did some stuff. And then ran back down again. And I tell you what, folks, it energizes you actually to just stretch your legs and get out and do stuff. So yeah. I do you find it easier? Yeah, I find it easier building on a live stream with a pad. I've got 2 big screens here as well. Look, folks, if you want to see my setup, just here. Look, let me do it. There we go. There's the screen. I've got 2 large screens here. There's the mic. There's the iPad setup, and then out there is my view of the forests. That's it, really. There's not really much else to it. It's just the occasional cat, deer, and any other sort of animal that wishes to kind of wander up this way.
Was that your cat?
No, it's not. A few people asked that. No, it's not my cat. But he was having a good old nose, that's for sure. I can't believe those reels. They're unbelievable. Like literally, I just picked up my phone. I was typing away. I was doing some memorandum. And I thought, I'm just going to film him. And I filmed a little bit of Lego with it. And I thought, what's new, Little Pussycat? It's a kind of a fun song to put on. Bit of Tom Jones.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, I put it out there. And within an hour, it had 3,000 views. I was like, blimey. I wish my YouTube videos would go like that. But
well, I mean, it's because, like you've shown pictures before of nature, like a deer, a squirrel, and stuff like that. You got this majestic, like, nature that hangs around the cabin and stuff. And then all of a sudden, just like this cat comes up.
It's like,
what's up? What's going on there, man?
What's going on in there? What's going on in there? He's going,
like, I want to build.
Yeah. I thought, he's after my Lego. Ricky T. says, Minifig Who isn't just managed to walk along the canal this morning and stopped at the little shop for cream tea and scone. Dude, you are living the dream. You really
Sounds
are.
nice.
Yeah, man. That sounds like a nice morning. It really does. Question is, though, Ricky T, why do you put the jam on first or do you put the cream on first? Personally, I always put the cream on first. So let me know what you lovely lot out there like as well. And also as well, I've put it out there because Hive and I were kind of alluding to it and talking about it right at the end of part 1. And I asked, I'm begging the question in the survey, folks. And there's been 14 votes so far. So do cast your votes, folks. You know you want to. It says, should I too and get, should I go? I should have said go, not to. Should I go and get the DeLorean set signed or buy it and get home and build it? 50-50 at the moment, folks. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. I just don't know if I want. I don't know if I can buy. Victoria, what are you doing next Friday? Are you actually going to go up into town and get it signed, or are you just going to buy it and build it? I don't know. Victoria Fisher's RHS Wisley. Oh, I love Wisley. Actually, it's a very nice place. Had some lovely
Victoria.
stones. And she's got it cream first every time. Nice one, Victoria. A woman after my own heart. She really is, folks. That's the way I like to do it too. So anyway, this is where I'm at the moment. Hive, do you want to show us where you're at the moment with your build?
Sure.
There we go. And
this is what bag 1 looks like.
Hive, you're naughty.
I want to almost make a friendly wager to see if I can finish this on this stream. Because I guarantee you, I will definitely be building a lot faster on this stream. But I feel like I'll do all right. I'll get it done.
Yeah.
No problem.
I reckon you can. I reckon you. I tell you what, though. Yeah, I reckon you could. I reckon it'll be close. Because
the crazy thing is like, I don't know. Some people are really good at multitasking. Like Ryan's really good at building, and for the size of his chat, keeping up with like, hey, periodically he's jumping in there and answering and talking to. He's good at it. There's a lot of people that are good at that. I'm not. I'm getting better. But it's when I started the channel, especially like when I first started streaming, I had no idea how much multitasking it is because you're building, trying to keep up with the chat, but at the same time, there's obviously the channel, like the stream itself, you're checking, the technical stuff about everything. Yeah. And then if you have people on the panel, you're also trying to converse with them as well. And it can just be difficult.
I mean, literally, right? I would honestly say, folks, 10 seconds before I started streaming with Hive today, I did a quick video. And anyone who follows me on Instagram would have seen that I put it out literally 2 minutes ago. And it's just talking about this. And basically, I say in it, Hive, that you and me today are building, we're building Lego chickens. That's what I called it.
Chickens. Oh.
Otherwise known as ATSTs.
Right.
And and it's just stuff like that because you got to promote yourself, folks. Because no one else is going to promote you, that's for sure. That said, though, I always appreciate it when people like Barry or Bricky TY, Victoria. I definitely know Minifig Who does it for me, and they retweet my tweets and stuff like that. I always appreciate that. I really do. I'll probably do a tweet while we're in a stream in a minute after I've done this bag. But it's I put something out on Instagram. That's pretty much where everyone always is.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Instagram, I'd be on Twitter a lot more. But yeah, I have such a hard time keeping up with Twitter just because I'm already trying to keep up with everything else.
Yeah. And
I occasionally get on there though.
Yeah. It's definitely if I had the choice, if it was just one platform, I'd always say to people, just start on Instagram. And you know what? Because that's the thing, people start YouTube, and just because you start a YouTube channel does not mean that you're going to enjoy or even want to do live streams. It's just something me and Hive like to do and something we enjoy, isn't it?
Yeah, most definitely.
So are you enjoying your build so far? Because these are kind of like, you know, I've called them recently the poor man's AT-AT.
I am. And, you know, I had already gotten one previously, not long after I came out of my Dark Ages. I bought the one that came out with Rogue One.
Oh yeah, that's the one I've got to build, and it's looks good.
I can't remember which ones, but I feel like they came with some really cool minifigs.
Oh, we did. Baz Malbus?
I think so, yeah. Because I remember, when I came out of my Dark Ages, when the ball started rolling down the hill, the snowball, okay, once it was a very slow start, but once it started really kind of picking up speed, I pretty much bought almost everything out of the Rogue One wave.
That was an awesome wave. Arguably,
dude, it really was
the best wave.
Like
ever.
I got Krennic's shuttle, I got the hover tank, I got the ATST, I got the Y-wing, or no, the U-wing. Yeah, I got the U-wing, which is also, it's up there, man. It's up there as one of my favorite ships. It's such a great ship. I would love to see a UCS U-wing, dude.
That's it. Why not? Why not though? That's the thing. That's got to be as famous.
Why not?
It's got to be as famous as any other ship that they've done.
I'm trying to think of what other sets came out of that wave, but also great minifigs. And I'm sorry, I can't remember everybody's name, but like the one that Don Chen played, the blind gentleman. That minifig is such a great minifig, and I think he only came out in that one set, the hover tank.
Yes, he did, and that's why I never had an opportunity to get that tank, but I did manage to buy him, and he came out with this really cool, like weapon that he had as well, like a sort of like a bow, caster bow. It's just a bit. Do you know what, folks? And I again throwing it out there. People sometimes say, "What minifigure would you always want from Star Wars?" And I'd always say, Jyn Erso's, Galen Erso. Give me that minifigure. That's the one I want next. Right?
Oh, they never did make a Galen.
They've never made him. One of the most important characters in Star Wars history, and they didn't make him yet. Not yet, anyway. So you never know. We need a Rogue One. I mean, why have we had no more Rogue One sets? That's the thing.
Well, a lot of people, and myself included, would say like we would like to have some more better Clone Wars type sets, some prequel sets.
Yeah.
And I look, I feel for the prequel fans, dude. I do. I really do, man. Because if you're an original trilogy fan, yeah, dude, they really cater to those fans. You know what I mean? And it's not like they haven't made any other types of, like prequel sets and stuff, but they just don't seem like they really give those fans justice, dude. And I think that it's really time they should. And I don't know why, because the thing is, like, okay, maybe you can go with the argument, and I've heard this argument that the original trilogies are easier to sell. People will notice and buy an X-Wing or a TIE Fighter or a Millennium Falcon before they would buy like a Republic gunship or Cad Bane ship or whatever, you know what I mean? But I just feel like that's such a lame excuse not to make really cool new stuff, dude. Like,
it is an easy excuse, no doubt, Hive.
Look, and again, and here's the thing too, is like, I know they don't need to, they don't have to, but it'd just be great if like it would communicate with all of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
almost
or roadmap.
And anybody out there in chat, replay gang or whatever, watching this, please put in the comments from the chat right now. Has any LAN member or anybody that's even not in LAN, like, whoever might be like interviewing or whatever, like asked Lego about that stuff?
Yeah.
And has there ever been an official answer?
Yeah, why don't they?
Like, for instance, with Harry Potter, the Deathly Hallows stuff, at least they've come out and said, like, yeah, those movies are too dark. We're not really making sets off that. You know what I mean? Okay, we might not agree, but at least we're not in the dark.
That's true. What I mean? And if you want those sets, Rebrickable is out there for you.
Yeah.
And you can go on
Totally.
to do so. You haven't got to sit there waiting for these sets
Right.
to come out.
And I'm sure the same goes for, Star Wars. I mean, we can buy mocks and all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, why won't they make other sets? or even back to what Greg had just asked about Rogue One. Do they need to make a whole wave? Nah. Yeah, but I mean, like, throw us just throw something different, something random.
I know, but it's like Hive, right? Okay, Rogue One, amazing wave, arguably the best wave. I love Krennic Shuttle; it's so good, right? Another good wave for a very underestimated movie, Solo, really good sets.
Yes, I agree. I think that they didn't get enough appreciation when they came out. 100%. But they were all really cool sets, I thought, and it happened. And again, another thing too is Solo might have been really the last wave or whatever before they started really downsizing the sets. And I feel like there's mixed emotions amongst the Lego Star Wars community right now about that new tank coming out. The Republic tank, I get with the one with Mace Windu and stuff.
Yeah, because Mace Windu's worth getting for it. But
look, the minifigs. I don't think anybody's complaining about the minifigs. You know what I mean? Like, it's really cool. They're even giving you a bunch of them. You know what I mean? Yeah, but that tank, dude. Look, I'm in the camp also where I'm just but it just goes along with what they're doing already. Is like they dumbed that tank down, dude. They just made it very basic. It looks like for the most part.
Yeah. Not good.
And I could be wrong. We haven't gotten good looks at it yet, like more pictures or anything. But it just did. So yeah.
Here's the thing, right? Is the Mace Windu minifig a redemption for the gunship?
I don't know, because they said they weren't going to do exclusive minifigs, and it looks like the C-3PO that's going to come with the land speeder.
Yeah,
is going to be exclusive.
Yes, but is it going to be the same? You've got the exclusive C-3PO that comes with that trash compactor set. Is it going to be the same C-3PO?
That had me thinking about gift with purchases the other day.
Oh, yeah. So
let me guys ask you this little thought question here real quick, okay? And this isn't a rant. This is just me. Just I think about stuff. Let's say purely officially, gift with purchases are just nice things that Lego's doing for the customer. Okay, you spend $100, they give you a set. But if it's a set somebody really wants, they need to spend $100 to get it. Why not just sell the set for, $20, $30 or something? It's a weird dynamic because it's still it's like two sides to a coin because it serves both purposes. Because if I'm gonna go spend $100 on Lego already, you know what I mean? I'm like, wow, that's really cool. You know what I mean? But if somebody really wanted that Jane Goodall set or whatever, you know what I mean? Imagine if you're a big fan or something, you'd have to spend whatever amount of money to get it. It's really interesting. Yeah, I know. I got one too. It's a great little gift with purchase, man. I love gift with purchases just because they're gift with purchases. They got that little red stamp on it. The logo thing on the side.
Exclusive. Everyone loves that. We're collectors. We love.
Yeah, dude. Got it.
I know. It's like stop hurting us like this.
Oh no, I know. I saw a very funny comment.
Hey Tim, great to see you, dude.
Hey Tim. Hey, in Oldendorf, how you doing? I saw a very funny comment where somebody was mentioning about the quote that's on the trash compactor set. We're going to be a lot thinner now.
Yeah, I love that.
And they were like, hey, yeah, our wallets are going to be a lot thinner now. Which is true. Normally it's hard to. Oh God! Sometimes it's hard to laugh at some jokes just because I'm like, there's a lot of truth to that. If I think about it too hard,
that's the thing. You laugh at the irony, dude. You really do. Now,
well, I mean, there's a lot more nuance to it. So
yeah,
I had started, and I've talked about this a lot, and I don't know if Rich or Ninja had actually heard me talk about it or not because I don't think I reached out to them and told them yet. But I was researching to make a video and collabs with them about Lego addiction.
Yeah, I remember you saying a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I stopped.
Good idea.
I stopped, and
Okay.
I'm not really going to pursue it anymore, for different reasons. But the biggest reason really is because I think it would be interesting, because I found it very interesting, because it wasn't just like addiction, like that was just part of it. But all this stuff I was researching on, and I mean, I was doing some pretty crazy research on this stuff, man, for a good couple weeks. Addiction in general, the psychological and physical aspects of it, even with things that aren't physically addictive to you, like nicotine or something, right? But even stuff that is mentally addictive can feel physically addictive as well. So that was like a whole subject in itself. But then marketing tools and things like gift with purchases, double VIP points, you know, AFOL day, you know, or lug day as I like to call it. Yeah, that whole thing was stupid too, man. Like, God, Jesus, you know. But
well, it's a bad name. It's a terrible name. It really is.
It really is.
Yeah, there's a lot of small print in that title.
So, like all the marketing stuff, and the marketing stuff was really difficult to kind of research on Lego, because they're pretty tight-lipped about a lot of stuff, man. They don't really give out a whole lot of information except for just some basic numbers that they give us, you know, every year. But other big companies, it was a little easier because they've been around a lot longer, or they might be open with more stuff, or just people have been able to do research. Things like companies like Coca-Cola, you know, all kinds of like basically a lot of food type brands and stuff, and different things that they do to draw you in. And then of course there's other things like apps now that you can get, like for Dunkin' Donuts. Every time I go to Dunkin' Donuts, man, they scan my app. I get like a free coffee about every week. You know what I mean? Wow. But that's incentive because they get returning customers, man. That's the thing, is like yeah. And like, for instance, like one of the companies I was researching on was Costco. And here in America, you can buy a hot dog for like, I can't remember exactly how much it was, but it was like $1 or something, you know, like a big hot dog. And they're losing money on the hot dogs because they've never raised the prices on them. But in the bigger picture, it's just one of the things that makes people love being part of Costco's memberships, and they get that membership. So so Lego in a sense is the same way with like gift with purchases and stuff. They probably technically lose money on the actual gift with purchase because they're not selling it. You know what I mean? They're giving it away, even though they got the whole profit thing going on. But in the bigger picture, you know, they keep us, you know what I mean? You know, they start drawing in more people that start being more loyal. Like I had no idea when I came out of my dark ages about like gift with purchases and stuff. But as soon as I found out about it, man, I was like, ooh, I love me some Lego. Yeah. So, okay. So then there's all the marketing stuff, right? Then there's us and as influencers. And I count myself in this included, where we're literally like, and this is the part where I think it was going to make a lot of people kind of uncomfortable, because I'm not trying to say this to be mean. Yeah. But we're just like gluttonous and excessive with spending, you know? And I say Lego, but when I was researching all this, it was more enthralled in like shopping in general. You know what I mean? It not just us as Lego fans, but just shopping in general. And the excessiveness of consumerism and buying things that only to buy, not really as a need, just like a mental addictive need, like a collective type need. So look, there's a lot of different elements to this whole thing that I was writing all this stuff down and researching. But the whole point of it was, I just really felt, as interesting as all this stuff was, I just really felt like I was going to start making maybe people uncomfortable. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't want to do that, dude. I'm not trying to take a crap on anybody's good times. I'm really not. You know what I mean? I just noticed within myself first, you know what I mean? And then looking out into the community, that like it just, maybe it's not addiction, you know? Maybe I'm just completely wrong about everything. But the draw to buy as much Lego as we can, you know what I mean? is just it's wild. The only time I've seen it with other things, man, is like other types of serious collections. You know what I mean? Whether it's like Funko Pops or something like that. As far as the collecting goes, or shoes is another big one.
A lot of people into collecting shoes.
Yeah, man, I know a good handful of people that collect shoes. So yeah. Anyways, so I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just put this one down. I was like, I'm just not gonna really. I'm gonna totally just kind of ignore all that stuff that I just did, man. Even though I'm just sitting here telling you guys all about it, but I just found it very interesting. And instead of putting it all together, I was just like, nah, I'm just gonna let that go.
You put it to bed.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. You learned through that journey, though, dude.
Well, I mean, at least for me, it was a big wake up call. You know, because dude, I've put myself in some debt, but I'm not like so far gone or anything that I just unfortunate right now I'm not working.
That's you adapt to that though.
But the reason I was able to get the things that I had is because I had a job that made good money. You know what I mean?
That's the thing, isn't it? You sacrifice stuff to work, and everyone has options. That's the thing. Everyone has options, and if you want something,
And I came to and actually Shy actually kind of helped me think about this next thing, and it was kind of an interesting question. And I think Shy's perspective was probably better than mine, but I couldn't dismiss mine either. So a question is, imagine that you have plenty of money, and imagine that it doesn't affect you financially, and it doesn't affect you with time with family or something. Like imagine if you're single, you know what I mean, or something like that, and you don't have to worry about kids and stuff like that. Does it matter if you still just spend tens of thousands of dollars, whatever, on Lego? Like, is it a problem? Is if you still just consume just to consume? You know what I mean? Like,
I would say it's a problem if it has some sort of negative impact on your life.
Well, yeah. So that's why I was removing those other equations. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know if just excessiveness is good or bad if it doesn't affect other things like that. You know what I mean? Because would it take you away from things that you could have and not know because you don't do anything but spend all your money on this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's a very, and there's another reason why I just kind of left it alone, because it's a very difficult thing to pinpoint, especially individual to individual. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how much money this person makes, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. But like, could it prevent you? You know what I mean? And not just Lego, just anything, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because some people are addicted to working out, dude. Is that unhealthy? No, it's not unhealthy to work out. But I mean, like, imagine if you just did, that's all you did all the time, I don't know. It's just such a weird gray area type of discussion. I don't know where any kind of right or wrong answers really lie in it. You know what I mean?
I think you knocked the nail on the head. And hey, everybody who's just popped in, I'll say
hi, everybody. I know. I've seen a bunch of new people. I'm sorry I haven't shut up. I apologize, everybody.
I think you said it earlier on, Hive, and it's definitely a mantra for me in life anyway. And that is life's all about balance. Right?
That's a good yes.
Too much of a good thing is bad for you, right? We all enjoy the sun. Have too much sun, chances are you're increasing the chances of getting cancer, right? Some people enjoy a beautiful bottle of wine, right? Drink too much wine, drink too much beer.
Even if there's not maybe a negative effect, I mean, would you get bored of something? Could it be possible we could have so much Lego and you just involve yourself in so much Lego that then it doesn't become as fun anymore? Like if you ate cake every day because you love cake, would cake just not be special anymore? Because
no,
like it might taste the same, but
you normalize it. This is it. We normalize things in life. So, for example, having a Kit Kat, a bar of chocolate, right? 50 years ago, that would have been a treat. Now, we normalize it as being an everyday thing, right? And we kind of justify it in our minds that, oh yeah, I can have this. It's only 200 calories or whatever, and blah blah blah, right? That's where we've got to be careful, because we could lead ourselves down a path where we're just fooling ourselves into doing stuff. And then one day when it's a bit too late, we sit back, we reflect, and we think, oh, maybe I shouldn't have taken that road, So yeah, it depends what your philosophy is. But honestly, my mantra is balance. It is. And I do things for fun. This YouTube channel is just for fun. I buy things for fun. I get some free Lego from Zavi. I get discounts for people so they can, and I'll be giving some sets away as well that I got. It's all about balance and being able to sort of justify to a point what you spend your money on. But I don't get in debt. I don't at the end of each month when I get paid, I pay for my Lego and boom, that's it, job done. And I don't think Lego is nowhere near worth getting in debt for. And you know what? If I lost my job tomorrow, and I had a few months where I wasn't working, perhaps, who knows, right? I would go straight to the London vaults and I would start tearing through those sets that I've got to build. And I've got a lot of sets to build. So I could keep streaming for a couple of years.
That does lead into kind of another direction too, is I know a lot of us, and not even just Lego AFOLs, TFOLs, and all this, but just even people outside of our realm of Lego world. Like, it seems like, and people will debate on this, but it seems like Lego's generally known for costing a lot of money. Lego's not cheap. Like, I just feel like, even though I've heard some people say it's reasonably priced or it costs what it is or whatever, I don't think I've ever really heard anybody say like, yeah, man, Lego's a really cheap product, like as far as cost.
And no one's ever said that.
Now we found deals and clearance and stuff, but that's like a different topic. But and this is a very vague question, but do you think Lego is trying to get to kind of a point where it's just a high-end toy, like eventually, unless it's on clearance, if you make under a certain amount of money, you're just not really buying Lego for you or your kids, man.
But then you know what? That's why we've got Blue Bricks. That's why we've got Kobe. But
that's not Lego. That's not who I'm talking about. I know there are other brands. That's not the issue. You know what I mean? I'm talking about Lego. Do you think that that's where they're trying to push themselves to? Because Ryan mentioned something in one of his videos the other day that I thought was real interesting, and I've thought about this before. Yeah, and it's probably a really stupid thing to even look at, because maybe it's just the sets, but like the backgrounds and stuff. He was talking about how it looks like, he's like, no one lives in like these types of places or something like that.
No,
and I never really noticed it. Well, the time I had noticed it was, and again, I was probably being petty about it, but I remember they had a commercial one time and the kids playing with Lego, dude, they were dressed like their parents made like 500,000 more a year, dude. Like the kids wearing a bow tie, like they look like they just got back from some like first class dinner or something. I'm like, I've never seen kids really just run around and play with Lego like that.
Yeah.
Especially at home.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not saying you got to have them all in rags or nothing, but I mean, and again, I was probably looking too much into it, but I was just like, yeah, I don't know. Cause Lego isn't cheap really,
Lego definitely is not cheap, dude. There's no doubt about that. I don't like these side bits that go on this.
What's that?
I just got these side bits that go on and they just seem a bit odd to me.
On the legs?
Yeah, it's just armor. That's all it is. I'm just not a fan of the image that they use for it.
You know
it
what?
Kind of throws me.
I'm gonna go get my other ATSD, so that way when I get the other one built, I can compare them, because I'm curious to see how much of a difference there is.
I think there's not a bad amount of difference between these. It's a bit like that. I mean, how is that meant to go in there? I know it does though, so maybe it goes on top. Yeah, that's probably what happens with that. Anyway, let's say hello to a few peeps in the chat, and I'll come back to building that in a sec. Of course, we've got Victoria Fisher still out there. She goes, I found that constant spending was becoming a toxic trait for me, which is why I have stepped back and looked at whether I'm comfortable buying that much. You can do so much with that amount of money. You can. That's why I've not bought the AT-ST yet, or rather, I should say the AT-80, because it is a lot of money, and I will buy it with a lot of VIP points, folks. I really, really will. And that's what I'm saving. That's what I'm saving. I'm buying Lego, and I'm slowly accumulating those VIP points. I might not even buy the AT this year. Who knows? I was thinking of some good points on that topic as well, says Ninja. We've got Mother Brick out there saying, hi, how are you doing? Feeling with bricks? Lots of love out there for Bazza. Because it's hard to stay up with the sets. I also buy older sets, so I don't care about getting new sets day one unless it's castle only. Well, we've got that set coming soon, folks. And that is going to be 350 smackaroonies, which I'd like to get. I really like to get. My Legondan is going to want a big castle centre. And you know what? It will be my equivalent of Windsor Castle. Which, if you
what do
know
you think
London,
about what do you think about the possible preview we got of it and that Back to the Future?
Well, that
Lego
video
animation.
dropped whilst I was streaming.
I really think that castle's
100%. It's 100%. That is the one.
Because why would they have the lion theme on it? And every other set in that animation was from another set.
Well, let me give you like this, Hive. Every single set featured in that video was an actual set. Why would they exclusively use
the biggest one too?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So what they've done is they've and what have we got? There's two things coming out soon, folks. One is this castle set, and secondly, we've got a whole new wave of Jurassic World sets coming out. And they're the two other ones that featured.
And I got to tell you, man, if you are a Castle fan, and I swear I always think of Barry first, you know what I mean? But if you're a Castle fan, dude, like I would be so excited right now. Because you know, especially for that price tag too, this castle is going to be huge and it's going to be awesome. Yeah. It's going to be awesome, dude. And imagine, especially like with the blacksmith house and that Crater 3-in-1 and like, and especially if you got other stuff too, like, imagine the mocks or the city type layout you can make with that, dude. Insanity.
You can make cakes with mayo. Just saying. Yeah, it is, and that 100% is going to be this set. Like, I got no doubt about it. I'll eat me words if I get it wrong, but we called it. We basically said there and then when we saw the video to it, because the video dropped on Friday, and I'm pretty sure we were the first people to say that's going to be the castle set. And then as the days went on, people kind of tapped into that, and it was like, we think Lego might have just teased us the next set.
Right.
My question is, does addiction start as a child, or do you grow into it? A bit of both. I think there's a bit of nature nurture going on there.
I think that it's a little bit of both also, because I can tell you right now, I have an addictive personality. Like I used to be a tobacco smoker, you know what I mean? I'm one of those people. I got to have something to consume somehow, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm not the most unaddictive person I know, because I just don't get addicted to anything. Like because I try and kind of think to myself, are things a little bit out of balance here? Which is, I do actually constrain myself when it comes to buying Lego. I'm sort of thinking to myself,
well, at the same time, I feel like if you needed to stop like right now, like you could do it. Like, I know it would suck, but I feel like you could do it, you know what I mean? Like without really an issue at all, I could do it as well, but it would be really tough because every time I'd go to like the store, I'd want to go look. And then see, that's why I was also talking about Brick Fair, Virginia, because I plan on going. I don't know if I'm definitely going to be able. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do yet, just because again, I'm not working or whatever. But the problem is, even if I go, okay, I have to stay away from the vendor side of the convention center, dude. I have to stay away. Like I might be able to walk through there quickly, but I can't go looking around, man, because I will not be able to control myself and not buy anything. I just won't be able to do it.
But you know what to do to control it. Like I was years ago, folks. I was 19 stone. I was much bigger than what I was now, and I just woke up one morning and I said, you know what? Tonight, I'm going to go out. This is when I was living in Devon. So we're talking 20 years ago. And I said, well, I'm going to go out tonight I'm going to buy a massive T-bone steak, and I'm going to hit that point of being 19 stone. And I said, right, after that, I'm going on a diet. And I'll go on a diet, and I'll do a little bit of exercise as well. Because the way I see it, folks, you lose weight in the kitchen, but you gain health in the gym. There's a bit of a philosophy behind that, but that's the way I see it anyway, in the long short of it. So then, and I did. And over the course of 3 years, I lost 7 stone. So I literally lost a third of my own weight. And I felt so much better for it. And I just know and feel when I'm kind of out of kilter on things. So if I have a few days where I'm eating loads of rubbish and sugary stuff and things like that, which I love, by the way, folks, then I'll have some time where I have some days when I eat lots of vegetables or just eat soup for dinner, and get used to feeling hungry. That's the thing. That for me is kind of like a thing,
Well, I've talked about that many times about food. Because that's something I was extremely, and I still am extremely addicted to, is food. I am extremely addicted to food, dude. I mean, because I used to weigh just over 300 pounds, and I basically now I got type 2 diabetes, and I dropped, like basically like 80 pounds or whatever. But the thing because a lot of people don't seem to understand, how addictive food can be.
The food's really addictive, but food is sugar. It's sugar that's the addictive part.
Well, that's the more physical part of the addiction, which you're extremely right. Like, more children, at least in the US, I don't know about the world, but at least in the US, more children have 3 times the amount of sugar they're supposed to have in a day by the time breakfast is over with, dude. Man, sugar is, I think it's more addicting than like cocaine, man. And you just think of all the processed food we eat and stuff like that. But here's the thing for me too, is also, again, it's kind of a mental thing. Like, I just love to eat, even if I'm not hungry. I like to taste stuff. I just, I like to eat.
And that's what I do. That's 100% what I do. I go to eat something. My impulse. The thing is, right, we're impulsive, habitual creatures, right? If I so much as think I'm going to have a Kit Kat, the next thought I have to program my brain to do, right, is, am I hungry? And if I go no, I sort of go, well, why do I want to eat it? It's an habitual thing. If I have a cup of tea, I want to have a biscuit. Well, then cut out the biscuits.
Like my dad told me one day, and it made me think, because I was the same way. Like, be driving down the road, you'll see a McDonald's, and be like, "No, I'm not gonna eat there. Not going." Bam! Before you even realize what you're doing, dude, you're in the drive-thru ordering something. And see, like, for me, so then I find out I have diabetes, right? And they're like, yeah, you can't really go past like 2,000 calories a day and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my God. Right. So like sweets wasn't too bad, like I could, like, sometimes I'll slip a little bit, but I can stay. It's carbs, man. It's pasta, fries, pizza, chips, like, just so, because carbs breaks down into sugar. That's what was so hard. And imagine if you're addicted to food, everywhere you go, man, it's thrown in your face. It's commercials, TV, you walk into a gas station, it's all over the place. Like, you can't get away from it, man.
But that's because we, it's just the way it's designed, and it's like everything when it comes to addiction. You have to break that cycle, and that's what it is. Because we're creatures of habit, you break the cycle, right? So I tend to eat, like, I'm streaming today, right. I've got black coffee, folks, and believe me, I love a latte. Black coffee, water, nuts, grapes, and a banana. Right now, I might be thinking, do you know what? I'd much rather be eating chocolate, and to a certain degree, I would. But the nutritional value of that is pretty rubbish, to be honest, folks. So I eat a little bit healthier. I can just reach down and just eat something, but at least I'm eating something that nutritionally is actually all right. Now I'm scrolling down miles here to get to this one, and I do apologize, chat. I will come up to you because me and the beauty of me and Hive doing what we're doing is that we've been there and done it. So learn from our mistakes and teach us as well, folks, because every day is a school day.
Yes,
and every day we don't always get super chats like this. Greg, for your munchies fix.
I know, I saw that. I was like,
look, you're trying to make me fat.
No, Snap has such a great sense of humor too, dude.
It is. It is. But yeah, well, and you know what? Hold that thought there, Barry. This happened the other day, folks. Sorry, I just love saying that. Do you want it again, folks? Here we go.
Poor Craig. I swear.
That just cheers me up straight away. But anyway, folks, as with all beautiful super chats, especially one coming from the awesome Snap to Grid Bricks, it's time, as they say in Hoth, to detach that cable.
Detach cable. Cable detached.
Yo. Thank you so much, Nat. You are truly a gentleman. I tell you what, it definitely pays not to put too many nuts in your mouth as well.
That's what I hear.
No. Nuts always tickle my throat as well, which again sounds so rude, but it's not meant to, honestly.
I'm so immature, dude.
Me too,
I'm
Hive.
so immature.
Sometimes with us folks, you got to read between those lines. Anyway, let's hello to a few peeps out there, as we're talking about a pretty interesting subject here. Simon Moss is in the house because I've learned from previous collecting hobbies that completing a collection just doesn't matter. It really doesn't, dude. Honestly, it really doesn't. Lego Addiction says, Foodin says, especially when you hang out in the Lego social circles like others. Yeah, let's do. But like I always say, folks, I said this, I had this epiphany once when I was watching a Cali Brick Click, and I said to the guys, being an AFOL is not about what your collection is. It is a state of mind. It really is.
I thought it meant being in a lug. I'm sorry.
Wind your neck in, get over it.
I'll get over
Ninja
that,
says, my question is, does addiction start as a child? Oh, sorry, mate, I've got up too far. It's a bit of both. It's if you've got that tendency, right? And we all, then it will be tapped into at some point in your life. It's just about controlling it, folks. And applying yourself. It really is. And also as well, do you know what? It actually is quite good for you to go without. And I'm not joking. It really is. It kind of it keeps you grounded in life. It really does, folks. Has the last years when things... So Minifig Who goes on to say, has the last few years where things have been locked down, restricted, made things worse in that way, though? Definitely. Because we've all been in our own bubbles, mate. We haven't seen bigger pictures. Almost like we've become somewhat dependent on it to get us through. In some respects, me and Hive started out before lockdown, and we're still going. And some people started, and some people aren't here anymore. So we're kind of doing our thing. We're like a couple of old banthas going through the dunes of Tatooine. We are.
That's a very good analogy.
Just saying, no cake every day is fine. Exactly. Do you know what I mean? I had this week, folks. I don't think I really discussed this live or anything. I had an MRI scan and an arthrogram on my right shoulder because it still causes me a few issues since I broke it. But anyway, everything's cool.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And the lady said to me, she goes to me, "Have you got any allergies?" This is before they did the arthrogram on my shoulder. I said, "Yeah." I said, "If I eat too much cake, I'll get fat." And she goes, "Yeah." She goes, "That doesn't count." I said, "It's an allergy." But probably more allergy.
It's a reaction.
Yeah, she was cool and they were lovely. Axel Plate, good to see you, dude. Goes, if you were set on your wish list for some time, at what point do you realize you don't want it so much? Do you know what? Yeah,
I feel like that with the Scion.
Yeah.
I bought that very impulsively.
Yeah,
and I know everybody thinks that I just hardcore regret buying it. I don't necessarily, because it is a really big, cool car. It's just, I was really dumb to buy that for my first Technic set. And that was a very large purchase that hindsight, I could have bought so many other cooler things with it. But it was an experience.
But it is okay to make mistakes, though.
Yes,
guys.
it is.
It really is.
It is. That
Monetary
was just an
ones.
expensive one. That's all.
Yeah, but monetary ones, I don't know why. It's monetary ones always seem to be the ones people seem to learn from the most quickest anyway, because we don't like to
Agreed.
make mistakes. And you know what, folks, as you get older, you get even less likely that you want to make mistakes as well. But like making mistakes is about living as well, folks. Getting out of that bubble, living a bit, making some mistakes.
Well, now I'm training it for a cargo train, so amongst other things.
Yeah, this is true. Anyway, let's get down this chat. Good to see you, Simon Moss, mate. Miss you loads and love having you around when you are. Minify Coo, some things are endless collecting wise. First they release all the VHS, so you work on that, and you get HD. Yeah, I tell you, that's it. That is a thing. But I'm quite selective. I'm glad we've got online stuff now. Macro Bricks is in the house. Macro Bricks, loving the new avatar, mate. Super excited for the castle. Me too, dude. I think it's going to be one of the sets of the year. I really do. I think the DeLorean.
I agree.
DeLorean's definitely going to be one of the sets of the years as well, folks. It's come out of nowhere. Well, to a certain degree, everyone's been wanting it for years, but it's here. It was suddenly, got to us. But you know what, Nicole? A lot of it is just down to habit. It really is. Like, I go into a Lego store, I don't even want a Lego, and I might just go to the Padball and have a look around there. That's all. But it's just a nice environment to be in as well. I'm totally addicted to bass. How low can you go, Cabbage? That's what you got to ask yourself.
And there's different levels to it too. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, there is. And you know what? You can fall in and out of it as well, and stuff like that. And
well, there's even different levels with even individuals. Like sometimes I can go into a Lego store, not buy anything.
Yeah,
I can do it. You know what I mean? Like we could just be at the mall and I can just kind of run in, look around and kind of get out. Then there's sometimes I go in, I don't have any intentions of buying anything or maybe just looking around. And then I just have this insane compulsion to at least buy something. You know what I mean? Even if it's just a keychain, like it's so crazy,
It definitely can be, my friend. It really can.
Yeah.
Let me see which way around that goes. I'll put that around the right way. So Victoria says, I find that if I'm getting addicted to something or investing too much of myself into it, it's covering up a deeper issue. And that's the thing, folks. That's the thing. It's like all these things and basically the symptoms. It's not actually what is the thing that needs to be rectified or fixed or resolved. And that could be a thing in itself.
And dude, Craig just made like the most truthful comment. The worst addiction, man, is the smartphones.
Oh, let's go down to that. Sorry. I
was skimming down. I saw that. I was like, oh my gosh, man.
Let me just do 1 minute on the chat. We've got Macro Brick saying, interesting through Ninja with the bricks. Born with an easy ability to be addicted, maybe. I didn't drink many years until I was 30. Much makes it like an extra bar. Yeah, I'm so lucky. I don't drink. I can't stand the taste of beer. Honestly can't, folks. So I save a lot of money not drinking. I definitely don't smoke, that's for sure. Ninja saying soup for dinner. Where's tech? I soup for dinner is fine. Don't worry about that. All day long, folks. You could get 2 DeLorean with one of them signed and be part of a member giveaway. You got no chance of that one, Oldendorf. I don't have £100. Emotional eating is my issue. My family always used to eat something to cheer me up as a child. That can be a thing.
You know what you could do?
Yeah,
you could auction it off or raffle it off.
That's nurture. That is. So there's the nurture thing going on there. Breaking a cycle is easier than done when it's deep-seated issue. That's the thing. That's what you need to address. It really is, folks. We all have anxieties, believe me. I need anxiety to get me out of bed in the morning, in all honesty. But too much of everything, like I said, folks, when it's out of balance, it's not healthy. To get to 600 pounds, you have to be totally messed up. Bloody Barry, that. But that's a conversation for another day. But we'll have our issues, Barry. Some of them, some scars you can see, some scars you can't, folks. Filling Bricks, we are here for you. We love you no matter what. We do, Barry. You know that. Right, Macro. And Barry knows that because when he's kind of gone offline for a little while on a sort of mini hiatus, We've always been there to get in touch with him. Craig says, a fat man saying Kuntash. Nothing funnier than that. I don't know. Actually, I quite like watching fat people say Kuntash. What do you think, Hive?
Kuntash.
Just saying. Cold blood. He pulled that on himself. He knows that. 100% Greg, AFOL state of mind. Laugh out loud. Hi, blimey, I'm way behind here. I'm going to hospital next month for a week. I haven't been outside in 2 years. I'm so scared. Fooling, you'll be totally fine, mate. Honestly, just be yourself. And don't forget, if you are worried, scared, or whatever, people won't see that. They won't know how you're feeling.
And I mean, I will try my best. You know, if you want, man, you can message me. I mean, if you feel like it, man, I'm here for you. I will. I will at least try and bring some sunshine into your day. You
know? Think of it as an adventure, Barry. Think of it as an adventure, and but we're all here for you, dude. You know that. An actual fear that, Barry, if you weren't afraid, you should be worried. Exactly. If I didn't do anything, it's a bit like you see those you get caged animals. People open the door to free them, and they stay in the cage. That's what they know. It's a simple thing as that. Monetary mistakes, time and energy. Yeah, that's true, mate. And the older you get, the less of it you have. Energy, that is, anyway. Defo Craig, the anxiety is going through the roof thinking about it. Then don't think about it, Barry. Do something that takes your mind off it. That's why I do this. A lot of this Lego stuff it takes my mind off other stuff that I'm doing. It really is. It just wherever you want to apply your brains, folks. And if you've got something on your mind, do yourself a favor. Try and distract yourself. Honestly, it's the best thing. Oldendorf, what happened to 5 a.m. stream? Yeah, 5 a.m. stream. Blimey, Oldendorf, yeah, I basically put it 12 hours too soon. I couldn't be bothered to do it at night because I packed everything away. So I thought, well, I'll just do it in the morning. No one will notice. I had 2 people get in touch with me saying, "You're going to do a 5 a.m. stream?" I was like, "No, I'll do it in the morning." Titanium J. Just about got that out. Interesting discussion about addiction, going back to lurking and listening mode. Good for you, Zizu. Nice to have you here, mate, and lurking in the background. Lots of love out there for Titanium. Nicole saying, it was terrifying, Barry. I haven't been out either. I struggled too. The best advice that I can give you is breaking into tiny steps. That's what it's all about, folks. If you're scared about something, I tell you what, right? I'll give you a bit of advice. In life, if I've ever been scared of something, I do my best to do it because then I get over it. That is, but little steps. It's little steps of what it takes. And then next thing you know, you've kind of built up, how can I put it? A resilience to your fears. And it's not how you react to it, folks. It's how you get over things. It really is. It's how you sort of pick yourself up and brush yourself off. I sound like sounds like a quote from a Batman movie, but it really actually is. Simon Moss, he goes, the Xbox Bricks Sparge, it's ruined my son's lives. Yeah, yeah, games, they just eat hours up. They really do. It's horrible, isn't it, Nicole? I'm so lucky. In all of the lockdown, it has not affected me one iota in terms of that. I've made a point of going into London. I get a special ability to get into London when everyone was in lockdown, and I was very lucky. So all I've noticed these days is more people now go into London. Zissou says, can't recommend enough meditation. Yeah, very good for you. Ooh. That is. I don't do it nearly often. Every time I try and meditate, Hive, I fall asleep. But that in itself is good.
But that is a good thing. Yes, yeah, it helps clear your mind and stuff.
Let me tell you this, folks. Here's a bit of a thing about meditation, right? I often wondered, right, why so many friends of mine used to go outside and smoke, and they'd talk to each other and stuff like that, and they had cigarettes. Do you know what? I actually deduced from that after watching them, because I actually I studied anthropology. I find it very interesting why people do what they do, why they are what they are, all that sort of stuff. A bit like what Hive was talking about in stream 1. Watch that back, folks. Links for that is down in the description below. Now, the interesting thing is that it wasn't the fact that they were going outside to have cigarettes. It was that they were going outside to reflect on what they were doing, but they needed to do something, and the cigarettes was the way that they did it. So, you know, people do things for different reasons. I'm getting there, Hive. We're nearly at the bottom. Removing Instagram from my phone while I was at university was the best choice I ever made. Dude, very good. You made yourself feel uncomfortable because you wanted to do it, but you didn't do it because you could refocus yourself on what you was doing. This is turning into like a cancel session. And believe it or not, folks, once upon a time, I actually fancied being a cancer.
Also, I wanted to say real quick, out of that was when you do
for it,
something like that, when you come back to it, you do have a whole new perspective and appreciation for it as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's totally true, Hive. It really is. And you know, to a certain degree, if there's a phrase I hate, folks, it's a phrase I absolutely hate, is the phrase it is what it is. I cannot stand that phrase. That is the worst, laziest phrase that man ever created. And my mum's been saying it for like 40 years, and I can't stand it.
I say it a lot too.
Because it doesn't, things don't have to be that way, folks. They really don't. They really don't. Don't put up with it. That's all I could say. What we got here? The only thing I addicted to is Lego. Well, there you go. See, there's worse things. Just go easy on the old bank account. Simon Moss. I only have PJ on my Pagey on my phone, which removes the temptation to keep looking at it. Folks, I'm not joking, right? I've got a very stressful IS job that I do, right? And there's people that have got much more stress in their lives and stuff like that. And I'm not joking when I say this. I will receive hundreds and hundreds of emails a day because I work for a massive global firm. I really do. The best thing I ever did, right? Because the emails, the text messages, the IMs, they all come in all day long. But the best thing I ever did was turning off the alarm for pretty much all my emails. Only very few ever come through. And do you know why, folks? Because I'll be spending all my day looking at this, going, this is that. I look at my phone when I want to look at my phone. And that's how I use my phone. He goes, you lot are awesome. Thank you, Barry.
Thank you, Barry.
They really are. And you know what? I love
awesome
the fact
too.
They are. Barry's awesome. Everyone is awesome. That sounds like a Lego cliche, doesn't it?
It does.
But you know what? We are.
We're
only human.
It's like their motto, man.
We are only bloody human. As is the song. Mate, I tell you what I'm going to do, folks. When I do my post promotions for this stream, right? I'm going to use the Rag and Bone Man. I'm Only Human song for that, because you lot, I think, is the right song for that. And we are only human, and we're always going to make mistakes. We're not always going to learn from those mistakes, but we endeavor to be better people. That sounds like something from Star Trek. Doc, apologies if I've quoted some Star Trek there. That sounds like something from Picard this week. But it's life, folks, honestly. Minifig who says, that's my issues. Take small steps. I get anxious speaking to people I don't know. So my trainer has set me a challenge to start conversations with strangers. It helps. Yeah. I talk to strangers every day.
It really does too. Look, if you have a fear of something, and again, it depends on a lot of different factors, and you don't want to just dive headfirst into something, but it's good to try and face those fears. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I promise you will come out of it a stronger person. You know what I mean?
100% develop.
You will. And then you will reflect back on it and you will be like, man, like, I know I was scared and it was okay to be scared. You know what I mean? But, I got through it and I did it and I feel victorious about it and I can celebrate that, Yeah,
man. I tell you what, right? This isn't turning into cliches or quotes or anything like that, right? Everybody knows I love Peter Gabriel, right? If I can do a Peter Gabriel song on a story, I will do a Peter Gabriel song on a story, right? Because I like, when I was growing up, Hive, right? Because I know you like a lot of Peter Gabriel as well. Yeah. When I grew up, I used to use his lyrics as a form of philosophy, right? One of his songs says, right? And there's some beautiful songs out there, folks. If you want something nice and moody, listen to a song called Mercy Street. But one of the lyrics from one of his other songs, it says something along the lines of it was a song about a monster in the woods. He was dreaming, and there was this monster in the woods, and he would go up to it, and anyway, and they'd go through this house. It was all very dark. I think the song's actually called Darkness, and one of the lines in that song is, "I have my fears, but my fears don't have me." And that I always found was quite powerful. Very simple, very effective, and very true.
Yeah.
And own them, folks. Own your fears. Don't let them own you. Brick Stage Pass. He says, yeah, but it was what it was. Is the better say. It was what it was. Yes, because it's the past tense. We like that. QCS, Que sera, sera, I should say. Que sera, sera. Que sera, sera, whatever will be. It's so true. And that's true. Sometimes, folks, it's genetics, it's life, it's what's going to happen. It's fate. What can we say? That's a great pair of legs on your desk there, Greg. London Bridge bricks. It's not bad, is it? It's looking like a chicken. What we go on about? You lot are trying to really chew Brick Hives and my philosophical brain today, which we are loving. It goes, I have my phone muted. Part of that is it doesn't make noise in my classes, but it's also so I don't constantly check it. Exactly, folks. Because this, as brilliant as technology as it is a bloody distraction. It really is. I'm not human. I'm not human. I'm a Kuntosh.
Kuntosh.
How does it go? I'm not human, but I'm a
Kuntosh. Dude, he's killing me with that thing. Because I'm trying to remember who he sounds like. Because he sounds like some character. I just can't remember which character.
Was it like Captain Kuntosh?
I can't remember, but it'll come to me.
Captain Kuntosh.
Oh, look, there's
Kuntosh.
Samson's out there. What's going on, Doxter?
The Doxter's in town. I know.
Hey,
I love you all. Off to work now, but great convo. Take care, Ninja.
Bye,
Good to
Ninja.
see you, dude.
Thanks for hanging with us.
This almost felt like a Cali Brick clip. Mr. Sampson. Good to see you, Doc. Ninja with the bricks. Be good, says Nicole. Sledgehammer. Yep. Best song of all time, that is, folks. Honestly, it's my favorite song of all time. You've got the 1989 Batmobile is my favorite set. The Michael Keaton Batman is my favorite minifigure. And Sledgehammer is my favorite song of all time. It really is, folks.
Wow.
And this will be my testimony. That's a little line from the lyrics, but there we go. Macro bricks, macro beautiful bricks. He says, catch you all great peeps soon. Going out for a coffee with the wife. TC or stay safe. You too, folks. You too, macro bricks. Take care, dude. Lovely to see you. Thanks for the awesome conversation.
Yeah, man.
And do you know what, folks? Do us a little favor while you're here. If you want to support my channel, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Because you know what? That lets people know that we're actually here. We got Brick Jedi's just pulled in the house as well. Good to see you, mate. Going, hoi, hoi. Good to see you, dude. Oldendorf saying, too much Kuntosh on this stream. You can never have enough Kuntosh, as far as I'm concerned. The more, the better. Anyway, I'm on the last bag now, but I'm way behind on this build. I really am. So better get me bumming gear. I'm just going to make it silent, folks. Good to see you, Nicole. Doc. He's saying, case your fancy version of it. It is what it is. Well, it is what it is. That is what it is, Doc. They are the lyrics. There's no getting around that. We should know other cars are available. They are. And next Friday, folks, the DeLorean is available to all us lovely Lego crazy peeps. Anyway, time to open up bag number 4.
I see your poll is still at 50-50. I thought it would have swung one way or the other by now.
Well, it's how many votes have we had in that survey? 33 votes. Mummy, that's close, isn't it? It's 33 votes. I think it's nice to know, though, at least 50% of people out there actually would like me to just get home and start streaming it. You know, I could do what I did with the Millennium Falcon, where I got home, I just unboxed it, went through that with people, and then just started building it. I'd like to do like a sort of
coming along, by the way. I meant to ask you.
Pretty much the same as what it was on Christmas. I honestly, do you know the thing is, right? When I've got in about 2 weeks' time, I'm going to be doing a review on my old studio, which is still there. It's still working and everything, folks. The Lego sets are all there still on display. Then once I've done that, right, I think the next video I need to do is the final video on the build construction of this cabin. I need to just do it lay it to rest, and that'll be that. Then after that, I can start doing videos of all the updates I'm doing with this, because it changes all the time, but no one sees that. And I'm trying to not change too many things so that I can do a weekly video on what I'm up to in the cabin. So watch this space, folks. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Now, Victoria, you said you was going to probably go to Blue Water next week. Are you going to go to Blue Water in the morning? If you are, we could hook up. We can have a coffee. Let me know if you fancy it. Love to see you. I've met Victoria a few times now. She's lovely. Check her out, folks. She's a beautiful person. She really is. Can I tempt you to Blue Water? Yes, 100%. I would much rather do that in some respects, because I can just drive there, get there in half an hour. I can have a nice breakfast, nice coffee, maybe with Victoria, if you'd like to join me. Buy the set, get home, maybe do a Lego haul video. I bought a couple of things this week. I've also got something rather special arrived yesterday as well, which is kind of cool. So yeah, there'll be a quick. I quite like it. I did a very cool Lego haul video this week, folks. Again, details of that down in the description with all of Brick Hive's details as well. But I think my next Lego haul, which will be a shortish one, I think I'll do it as a short. So I haven't done any shorts for a few weeks. So watch this space. I've got quite a few streams coming up next week. Wednesday, I'm doing the backlog. Thursday is going to be size stream. Friday is London Calling, and potentially I'm about 60% in the swing of actually just buying it and building it. So there'll be a cheeky little stream on Friday, and then Saturday I'll do another stream to finish it off. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of streams next week. I don't know if I've got time to make any videos. I want to try and do a quick little video tomorrow. I'm going to do. How does this sound to you, Brick Hive?
Yeah.
And let me know if you guys are interested in this. Give me a why. Give me a yes or a no. Either way, I'll give you a shout out. Right? I'm thinking tomorrow of doing a review of the brickheads over over this shoulder here, and I'm thinking of doing the Doc Brown and the Marty brickheads review, but I'm going to do it in 88 seconds. 88 is rather pertinent to that film. What do you reckon, folks? Shall I or shan't I? Give me a yes for yes, or Y for yes, I should say, or an N for no. Either way, I'll give you a shout out anyway. We got the beautiful Cy O'Connor. He got out of the house yesterday.
Hey, Cy.
He went for a walk. He got sunburnt for his efforts. You taking it easy there, Hive?
Getting a little stretching in.
Yeah, I tell you what, folks, it's you've got to do it. As human beings, we need to walk around. Now, what a lot of people don't know about me is that I've actually got a bit of a Hoth army on the go anyway. A long time ago, when I was getting into Lego, I thought I'm going to collect a load of Hoth Rebel minifigures. So I did. I've never actually ever showed them off. So maybe that'll be a video for another time. But I don't know. There's an army I could collect. The Hoth army. Like when I say army, like collect hundreds of them or something like that. But then I got thinking. I mean, Hive, you ever thought about doing an army? And if you did, what one would it be? And would it be expensive?
Yeah, I've thought about doing a monkey army.
A monkey army?
Yeah, little monkeys have been coming in packs lately and stuff.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I wouldn't do a Star Wars army.
You wouldn't?
I mean, yeah, I guess if I had tons of money to spend. but even then, I feel like that's not the hugest of commitment with Lego, but it's a big one. And I'm not talking about just money. I mean, time, you know what I mean? Because you have to get the figures, put them all together, put them, neatly and stuff. I mean, it would be cool to have one.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to lie.
It's not a thing that you're bothered about.
Of army.
Someone gave me an idea for an army. And it really is a proper army as well. And that is the Queen's Guards from Hamleys. Like,
yeah,
London.
That would be a good one.
Yeah, it's London. It's on brand. It would be a good army. Maybe I'll do that as a survey in my next video. Maybe I need to think about doing an army. The Taurian Guard, I was collected loads of them, but according to Barry, that's not really an army. They're more like a squad. Brick Stage Pass, he says X. Brick Stage Pass. What do you like?
Make a Kundash army.
That's what he thinks about that. Doc Sampson says yes. Okay, interesting. Simon Moss saying, hey, Si. Victoria saying, yes, 88 seconds or 88 minutes. Oh, I could do it for 88 minutes. Don't worry about that. I'll do a real-time build for that. 88 miles per hour. Flash pads. Good to see you, dude. I love your torso on your avatar. That is very cool, my friend. I didn't know that.
You can also do an hour and 21 minutes, for 1.21 gigawatts.
Yeah. Well, Sai, this is funny, right? So Sai said, oh, you could do a 1 minute 21. I said, oh my God, yeah, that will give me loads more time. And of course, when you work it out, it's like about another 2 seconds.
What a good point.
It was classic, funny moment. Brickstage Pass says, I'll have a pee, please, Bob. I bet you will. Minifiku saying, hey there, so I kind of hope you and Lorraine have had an awesome day. Aldendorf is out there. Doc Sampson wants some 88 seconds. Can I actually do a review in 88 seconds? Boom and Brick saying yes. So Connor saying, hey, Victoria. Titanium saying, hello, Si. Mother Brick. Hey, Mother Brick. She's my latest member.
Hi, Mother Brick.
Good to see you.
Tech makes some pretty good reviews in 60 seconds.
Yeah, he's doing 69. I don't know why he's doing 69 seconds. I find that bizarre.
I just think it's cool because he does a really good job. He puts out some pretty good stuff about it, in a really short amount of time.
But they're I'm not saying they're easy content, but they are easy content. They're like, do you know what I mean? It's a piece of content that is informative and interesting.
See, I thought
it was
like genius. Honestly, I thought it was absolutely genius what he was doing with those because I'm like, okay, look, I was like, he's making a review video, so but he's doing something I don't really see a whole lot of, where you're just making a really quick one. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Because it's not short; it's a proper video,
right? So I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. Because sometimes I guess it just depends, obviously, on the personality you're watching. But sometimes I do want a kind of just a little quickie.
I'm not going to take the bait on that one, Hive. I'm really not.
I guess that was some low-hanging fruit there.
Yeah. Everybody, Hive likes a quickie. I'll leave your dirty minds to get on with that one. Napoleon kept his armies up his sleeveys. Get well soon, Lorraine. Oh, no. What's up with Lorraine?
I thought she was better.
Yeah, I thought I know she had a tooth out last week. Oh no,
that was a great picture of her on Instagram. I saw that. Was it today? I think.
Yeah. Hey.
Maybe yesterday. I can't remember.
Si, I'm sorry she's not feeling well.
Yeah, I hope she feels better.
Yeah, man. Titanium says, I wanted to do an Android army for a while. Yeah, I was thinking Ninjago as well, dude. I'm not sure if I want to continue with it, though. I'm pretty happy with the amount of Ninjas I have.
I should do an R2 army. I have like 100 R2-D2s, man. Or Luke Skywalker. Do a Luke Skywalker. Or we get like 100 Luke Skywalkers.
Yeah, that's it. Or 100 Luke Skywalker speeders. In huge white toilet. It's so weird, honestly, Brick Stage. The stuff you come out with sometimes. Tech is like the SAS, in and out before anyone notices.
Tech, you crack me up, man.
Yeah, he's a good lad, old Tech.
Yeah, man, Tech's great. I'm really bummed I can't go to Chicago, man. It would have been cool to meet Tech.
Yeah, he said has he got the tickets and everything to go to that now?
And what is even more difficult is so I was telling Mrs. Hive, I was like, yeah, I know I'm going. I know I'm hopefully going to Virginia, like no problem. But I was like, it would have been really awesome to go to Chicago. I was like, because it just seemed to have like sparked up and then just, like flame rolled intensely. Everybody just all of a sudden's going to Chicago, and I was like, and she's like, well, what? She's like, when is Chicago? And I was like, oh, it's like June. And she's like, oh,
Yeah.
she's like, yeah, if it was a little later in the year, maybe fall, she's like, we could probably go. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's not the same.
Yeah. And you know, and don't get me wrong, if I had still had my old job and stuff, yeah, I could go.
Yeah.
You know, it wouldn't have been an issue at all. You know, I made enough money and stuff, but it's just not the case anymore. So on top of, I got to go fly out to Colorado to see my daughter's graduation. And then, of course, you know, I got to go to Virginia. It wouldn't make sense not to go. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's just too much at once, man.
Well, that's the thing, though, mate. You know, you've got to do the right thing, you know? And sometimes the right thing is the hardest thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, and, you know, the crazy part is, too, is Mrs. Hive and I were going to go to Chicago before COVID started.
Yeah.
You know, but then COVID hit and everything just went to crap. You know what I mean? But yeah, we were going to go to Chicago together. We were going to make a big trip out of it. And, you know, not just for the convention, but to go, you know, see Chicago. And we have some friends and stuff out there. There was this really crazy, awesome Marvel, like, museum. And it, like, tours around. And at that particular time, it was going to be, I think, in Detroit. So it would have been like, I don't know, a couple hour drive or something like that. And she wanted to go.
Yeah.
Hey, Barry with the, I swear, Barry.
I'd like to watch a bit of basketball. Barry, okay, dude. I want to watch. I'm trying to get a little bit into Formula One at the moment. I'm sort of picking it up where I can, a couple of hours here and there if I'm lucky during the week. But what I want to know is where in the UK is the best way to watch basketball, i.e., Chicago Bulls. That seems to be one of the in teams to support. How do I watch it, Barry? What's the best channel to watch it on? Oh, that's unusual.
Yeah, how do you guys get a lot of American television?
Yeah, I know the BBC, I think, do American football these days.
I mean, I guess if you have maybe like a satellite provider, or you got like some of those things I see people selling, where you can get programs from other countries. I forget what it's called though. I'm sure somebody on the chat knows.
Yeah, I was glad I'm glad I got this wrong because I didn't like the way that was fitted in there, which is cool. Anyway, that goes like that, which is goody gumdrops. How are you finding the art side of things these days, Hive?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like with the people, are you kind of immersing yourself in their community as well?
A little bit. I mean, I already know like a lot of artists. Whether it's I know a handful of YouTubers like Matt, you know, BFab, you know, a few of the others, Mr. Henkel, you know, that are you know, artists in our community. But I know a few handfuls of artists on different online communities that I've conversed with a lot over the years. And then I just know easily probably a few dozen probably artists in real life. But yeah, I've reached out to a lot of them for a lot of different questions, different reasons for different ones. Some art questions, some business questions, some technical questions. So I might actually finish up the filming for it tonight. Doing a unboxing and review of this Huion canvas tablet. And one of the most exciting things I think about this tablet is it has allowed me to be a painter, because I've never been a painter. I've done some paintings and I've done a couple that look, you know, they look all right.
Yeah.
But I've just never been a painter. I've always been more of a pencil pen kind of guy, you know? And yeah, it's dude, the stuff that I'm doing with this thing, I'm like, oh my God, dude, I wish I would have had something like this like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the stuff I would have already come up with, because there are so many tools that either allow me to take my art to a whole nother level, or are there tools to make me be able to draw more efficiently, or there's tools that will help me draw faster, which, you know, for the business thing, time is money. There's so much to it.
So is that product, that tablet that you've got, like a professional tool?
Yeah.
Wow.
So when I did I decided to get a tablet for a few different reasons. One, that I mentioned this kind of yesterday, I think, before I got cut off, but the technology is finally caught up to where I'm comfortable enough using it. Because when you get that pin to the screen, but when I first, because I was always kind of against it when it first started coming out, whatever it was, a decade or so ago, when they were really new. Because I've always been a very kind of traditional type of artist, you know what I mean? So I'm like, dude, that's doesn't even seem like real art or whatever. And then it warmed up to me, and I was being stupid, and I looked at it more differently and in a bigger perspective and broader, you know. But the technology still hadn't caught up. So there was like a lag when I would try it. You know, you draw and there's a lag. It just didn't feel right. So finally, like I said, the technology is caught up now. But after seeing artists like Mr. Hinkle, you know, and like the one artist I was talking about earlier, McBass, the musician artist, like he uses one, and I've just seen the stuff you can do with it. And I decided that not only do I think it would help me with the art, but the efficiency of it and everything. So instead of getting like a nice new scanner and stuff, I decided I was going to get this and then see how that goes. But yeah, it was definitely for, you know, more so for the business. I would have liked to have one anyways, but now it's like a business expense. So it's something interesting. I don't know if this would apply over to you guys across the pond, but over in America. So I did Mrs. Hive and we did our taxes the other day.
Oh yeah.
And here's something I didn't know. Apparently I filed my tax stuff wrong when I signed up for the monetization part. Okay. So apparently right now, well, I changed it now, but what was happening was anything that I made, it didn't matter if it was from ads, from donations or whatever, anything that I made was just lumped into one sum called royalties. And I couldn't write that off on my taxes. So basically, like when we calculated profit to loss, you know, for my YouTube channel, this isn't the art stuff, you know, this is for like, because the YouTube sent me a 1099 for my taxes, you know what I mean? For being monetized. So when we did that, man, the ratio, my loss was like astronomical because, you know, we don't make much, man. You know what I mean? Like
we don't make money on this at all.
Dude, most of the money I do make is from my membership and any donations I get. Dude, I make literally maybe $6, between $4 and $6 a month off ads.
It depends how you look at it. I always take everything away. So the money I put in compared to the money that I get is like, there's a big difference. There's a chasm of difference. But what I will say, having the people support my channel, like Snap, you, members, that really helps. That helps. That's a massive help.
Oh, of course. So if I would have done my tax stuff right, I could have actually gotten some money back, but because I didn't, I couldn't write anything off or whatever. And it's okay. You know what I mean? It's not, you know, it kind of sucks, but it's not a big deal. He was explaining, he's like, well, do it right now. He's like, then next year, he's like, we could actually go back a couple of years. And then we could write off like your laptop and your microphone, and you know what I mean. And it's not like you get all your money back or anything, but just anything helps, you know. Because you know, other people probably know this if they got a channel, but yeah, I mean, we dump money into our channel, that's for sure, you know. And it's okay. That's what we want, you know. We're trying to entertain. We're trying to make our channels better and everything. But yeah, we definitely spend a lot of money. You know what I mean? Yeah,
we do, but. Like it always comes back. The big circle comes back to me, right? Is that I do it for fun, and that's it. End of story. And then that means that kind of feels better with the amount of money that I put into it, the amount of time we do. We did 5 hours today over our weekend. This weekend, folks, because the clocks go forward, we get 47 hours, right? To live, be ourselves, right? 16 of that, if you're lucky, you're going to be sleeping, right? And then a massive 5 hours, right, has been spent doing this stream. Then, of course, you take into the account of how much time did I take to buy it? How much has it actually cost? You know, it's a big thing. So building, Lego chickens is an expensive hobby. That's what I'm going to say to that.
Those chickens.
Loving this. This build is very cool. Yeah, I wish I'd brought my. I should have thought about that and brought my Raider down as well. But what can I say? There we go, folks. You've got the side profile there. That really is starting to look like a decent ATST. Yeah, we've got 43 people have voted. It's looking like I'm just going to buy it, come back, and then start building it. If I do build it, folks, in the afternoon, it'll be about 3 o'clock. I'll do a stream from, say, 3 till 5. A couple of hours or 2.5 hours off, and then we'll kick in the London calling stream. I've got a very cool guest coming on in a couple of weeks, folks. Watch this space. That's what I'm going to say to that. Someone quite unique. So I'm looking forward to that. This as well. We're up to 35 thumbs up at the moment. Come on, folks. Let's try and get to 50 tonight if we can, shall we? And don't forget, while you're here as well, please do check out part 1 of the stream, which should be down in the description below. Let me just double check that because I put my stream up a little bit before yours. So
yeah, I remember you were waiting on it.
Oh yeah, info coming soon. Yeah, so I'll put that up because you're all here now, folks. I'll put that up on the description after I've done this stream, which will be kind of funky. Let's have a look at something else while I'm here. But yeah, do give us a thumbs up, folks, because it does help the channel out massively because people get to see that we are actually streaming, which is quite important.
It really does help too. I never really knew how much likes help with the analytics.
It does. And I mean that, folks. Honestly, when you are a YouTuber, you realize when a couple of people like something, it kind of just, I wouldn't say broadcast, but it lets other people out there know that you are out there. So it kind of is perpetual. It really is. Let's just check on that. Yep, that's all good. Yeah, I've got a bit more in my description to add, actually, folks. So, yeah, if you're watching this back, folks, I'll add the details of Hive's stream down in the description below straight after this stream. So, anyway, that's that part done.
Hey, Flash Pants, how you doing?
Yeah, I love Flash Pants' avatar. It's very cool. Sorry if it says, sorry, Greg, I can't make it. But thanks for calling me unique. What's the your torso on your minifigure, Flash Pants? Is that a custom one or is that a real one? I've not seen that one before. Apparently, Sergio Perez takes pole position for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix for tomorrow, Barry.
Greg, how much time we got left on the stream?
We have got just under an hour.
All right, good. Want to keep my promise and finish this thing.
You reckon?
We'll see.
These take longer than you think because they're quite. I wouldn't say they're fiddly, but
well, it's a lot of the smaller pieces too.
Yeah,
all them little Technic pieces and stuff.
Yep. There's a lot going on in this set. I'm not putting any pressure on you, Hive, but I will get mine finished.
That's all right, man. It's just inspiration. That's all. Oh, it says it's a custom torso from Firestar Toys.
I thought so. I thought it was because I was like, oh, that is a very nice torso.
Oh, yeah. So something else I'm going to do when I go to the Lego store to get the DeLorean on Friday. I'm going to make a couple more of my sig figs at the minifig factory. Because I was going to send one to you. I really wanted to send one to everybody I know that, has like a city, you know what I mean, to put them in. Like I wanted someone to Shy and, I'm going to send one to Doc. There's a handful of people I was going to send one to.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah. So I can at least... I think I can't remember how much they were. I want to say they were like $10 or so. But yeah, at least, you know.
They've got all your parts there that you need for it, yeah?
Well, the reason, I guess I've been kind of selfish because my sig fig really, whenever I get the money, I wanted to make just a whole bunch of torsos with my logo on it. And I just haven't had a chance to do it yet. But at that point, I mean, but if somebody even just wanted to make a sig fig of me, I normally have a beard, so usually the head's got a beard. But
True.
yeah, I mean, don't really matter what I'm wearing as long as I'm wearing something.
Yeah, that's always a good thing to be wearing something.
I mean, once the camera's off, you know, you can do what you will with me, but you know, when I'm on the camera, I gotta look presentable.
That's odd. Oh, I see. There's yeah, you definitely got to keep your eye on what you're doing on this set.
We gotta do a little backtracking.
Just a little bit. It's just again, sometimes I get into that trap of doing things the way I think they are, and then you get halfway through it, and it's like, oh no, that's completely wrong.
Yeah, it brings back bad memories of the Technic stuff.
Yeah, it's really asymmetric building this set. It really is.
Oh yeah, because you're building upwards.
Good stage pass says, I send all sig figs to custody in my police station.
That's funny.
Right, that's good.
I don't have a police station yet. I've never really been too concerned about it for a while because I'm like, I got a city full of superheroes and magic users. I was like, criminals would have to be dumb to do something in my city. But they do.
They do indeed. I tell you what I did with my police station. And I don't know, mate, I would imagine that Craigster did something like this as well. But I actually got I built this set the other day, folks, which is part of the reason why I'm giving it away on Friday. You'll find out how to enter it on Friday, folks. So this set here, very cool little set, very cheap. You get Batman, you get the Catwoman. We also get a very cool glow-in-the-dark bat signal. And that bat signal has gone right to the roof of my police station. And it does not look good on it. It really does. So that's technically, folks, for all you people out there wanting a city update, that's my city update for this week.
Yeah, I specifically bought a bat light a few years back. I was like, I have to have one in my city. And now I'm gonna have two, so that's awesome.
Yeah, man. I love all that. Little detail bits.
Right.
Because I'm definitely going to start modifying. Oh, that was lucky. I'm definitely going to start modifying stuff when I get it. And again, I mentioned it in my latest Lego haul, folks, but my wife actually bought me a rather amazing Lego set for my birthday. And it's a great big Marvel monolith. Anyway, if you're interested to know a little bit more about that, check out the video. Link to that will be down in the description below after this video.
I can't wait to see what that Sanctum Sanctorum is going to look like.
Yeah, so tell me about this then, Hive, because you've got a lot of love for this set, haven't you?
Well, I haven't seen it yet, so hopefully I will. I know, but I mean, it sounds like it's gonna be.
What are you hoping? Epic. What are you hoping for from it?
Well, I just want at least. I think what I'm hoping is confirmed, where it's enclosed and hopefully either a modular. I prefer a modular, which I think is what I heard, but at least have it enclosed. You can maybe open it like the Home Alone house.
Which is a brilliant set.
Yeah. So I've got the smaller one that came out, which I've got actually in the stop motion set that I've got in the back right now. But once I get the city up and built, yeah, I think it'd be great to have like a good size Sanctorum. So I really want that Daily Bugle too, man. But unless I get enough money, it's probably gonna go to the wayside, man.
It's that is a good one for you for the city, but I think that's going to be around for a little while longer yet, Hive. So no pressure.
Yeah, I know, but it's just again a matter of wanting so much because I still want the police station too. You know what I mean? I don't know, but yeah, it's just the Sanctorum. My dad was more of a Doctor Strange fan than I was. But I was always fascinated, and then especially once the movie came out, just with that building, just a very unique, special building in the Marvel City.
Yeah, I think Marvel have really upped their game. In fact, I'm almost to the point where I sort of think Marvel are the best sets around at the minute.
It feels like because Marvel. And I want to say Marvel. I still must say Lego because I feel like Lego is still calling the shots on what's getting built and what's not. But we'll say Lego Marvel, what they're doing right is, or maybe just because Marvel's got better characters. I don't know, but they're not just Spider-Man. Spider-Man is a big thing, but they've done Avengers. They do like these, mechs. They branch out with a lot of the characters. Look how many different characters came with that Daily Bugle, man. Whereas DC seems to have a problem doing anything beyond Batman.
Yeah. And
I don't know. But yeah, they better figure something out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the funny thing, isn't it? As much as all these Marvel sets we get, Batman, I still feel is deemed the best superhero for Lego. And I deduce that reason.
Yeah, I'd say for Lego, probably, yeah.
Because I think they're probably going to come up with another Batman movie at some point.
Because I honestly, this isn't a character I like the best, what I'm about to say, but I will say I think probably the best superhero in the comic book world is, in my opinion, probably Spider-Man. He's not my favorite comic book character. I just think as a comic book superhero, he just... I mean, obviously for me, close second and third and stuff would be like Superman and Batman and stuff. But what am I saying?
Flashbang says Marvel was a big setup and DC isn't up in their game. I think that's kind of reflected in the movie. I mean, DC is quite dark as well. You know what I mean? It's they go to some mad play. I mean, have you seen? Sorry, I can't remember if I asked you this or not. Have you seen the new Batman movie yet?
No, I haven't, but I pretty much know everything that happens in it.
There's have you seen the deleted scene that came out this week?
I didn't watch the whole thing yet, but I will say that is a very interesting looking Joker, man. He definitely looks scary.
He is proper.
It reminds me of a more extreme... Nah, that's probably not even right to compare just because of the mouth. I was going to say, the Heath Ledger Joker because of the cut mouth and everything, but he looks way past that. Like, it's more than just a cut mouth. Like, he really looks kind of messed up.
Yeah. Like, really messed up. He's done a bit of mutilation there.
So you saw the scene?
Yeah.
So you got to hear him and everything?
Yeah.
And what do you think? How do you sound?
I love the chemistry between the Joker and the Batman in that. I think if it had been in the film, it would have pulled me out of the film a little bit because all of a sudden I'd be thinking, I want to see more of this, not the Riddler.
That's what they did right with Batman Begins. They didn't even mention Joker until the very end. The very end of the movie. Because I know that's what a lot of people want to see because the Joker is the biggest, villain. But
absolutely.
But yeah, I think that the Joker is such a big villain that if he's in the movie at all, the story really needs to more revolve around him.
Yeah.
And if you're doing what that scene was, where it was trying to get some information on the Riddler, that you could use a number of other different characters for that. You don't have to use the Joker. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I agree. I agree with you on that.
It brings up two things. One, and that's a straight copy of Silence of the Lambs, without a doubt. Pretty much. I mean, it wasn't quite as a big studio or anything like that, but it was very in keeping with the film. I think they've done very clever. They've sort of said, you know what, guys, what we do is we'll give it to a few weeks after the movie, right? We'll let it gross $500 million worldwide, which is what it's done, by the way, folks. And then what we do is we'll kind of stoke the fire. We'll keep it going a little bit. We'll release this deleted scene, and we'll let people see that. And that will keep the fire going on that. And that will then make people go, we love the film, the first film, we love it. And I've got to be honest, folks, best film of the year, right? And then we'll throw this out there, and we'll just see. We'll just see if people want to have a Batman Joker movie and see how that goes down. So maybe that will happen, folks. Interestingly, though, of course, the Joker is in Arkham. They've had a bit of a to-do already, him and Batman. And the interesting line that he said in that is, it's coming up to our anniversary, which is a thing. So, yeah, let's see what happens there, folks. But I love the movie. My favorite film of the year so far. It had me very excited to watch. And, yeah, I love a good superhero film. So what can I say? I'm a sucker for superheroes.
Yeah, I got to say that genre and the movies has been going a good while. They've been still going pretty hard.
Yeah,
I'm really curious about the next phase in Marvel, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm extremely excited for Multiverse of Madness. I'm excited for the new Thor movie, but I'm curious to see if they could keep that momentum going, or if it's going to start fizzling out. You know?
Yeah, because they've kind of spluttered recently, haven't they?
Well, for the most part, I feel like there's good ones and bad ones, but I haven't gotten tired of any of them. And there's definitely a lot, even like the shows. So I just started watching a new show. Actually, I finished it. I binge watched it on Netflix. It was a cartoon, and it was called Super Crooks.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want to say either Grant Morrison or Mark Millar. He wrote it. And I think it was based off a comic he did. I'm not sure. I have to go back and double check. But I know Mark Millar is definitely involved in it. And it's a really great cartoon, man. It's violent. It's adult themed. You know what I mean? They don't go too overboard with anything as far as like they don't do a gory scene just to have a gory scene, or they don't do like, you know, they don't do stuff just to do stuff. Like it's pretty good entwined inside the story. But yeah, it's really interesting. And it is just chock full of superheroes and villains, man. Also, if you haven't seen it, The Boys has an animated show right now on Amazon called Diabolical. And that was absolutely wonderful. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you guys, if you like The Boys, I would highly go watch it. It's amazing. It's fun.
Yeah, it does. That does look good. Diabolical. I love that. I love it. I don't think I'll ever forget that scene where he kind of, how can I put it? He ran a speedboat into a giant whale, and come out of it going, diabolical, that is.
I will tell you something. His character definitely could be like an ass a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's not the friendliest of guys or whatever. But dang, dude, that dude kicks a lot of butt.
Yeah.
I remember asking you a long time ago too, and I don't want to mention the word on the stream or anything, but about like one of the words he says a lot, and I was like, do they say that a lot over there? Just like
the C word.
Yeah.
Someone said on that as well. It was in the last season. They said, why do you keep saying the C word all the time? It goes, where I'm from, darling. It's termed as it's a term of endearment.
And I think that's why I asked you. I was like,
Believe me, we don't walk around calling people that round.
I felt like you didn't. I felt like that was almost a stereotype or something. Like, I'm not saying there's obviously people that don't say it over there, but just the way he sounds about it, you know, like, yeah, you guys are all just out there just saying it to everybody all the time.
No, it's just him. It's that character. He says it way too often, but it's kind of funny as well.
He's such a great actor too.
But this new season looks good. Have you seen the trailer for the new one?
I don't know. I saw the new trailer for the Umbrella Academy.
Okay, I've not seen that. That looks interesting though.
I think I did watch it, but I was kind of half asleep, and I meant to go back and watch it, and I forgot because I remember bits and pieces. But like I said, I think I was half asleep when I watched it.
Yeah. Oh, show you that, guys.
Flashpants is saying, "Who's your favorite Batman?"
Oh,
I haven't seen the Batman yet, so it's really hard for me to put him in that category yet.
That's the Batman is my favorite Batman movie, but Robert Pattinson's not my favorite Batman.
Right now, I'd have to go with not Keaton, the newest one besides Keaton.
Affleck.
No, not Affleck.
The English guy, Nolan.
Yeah, his Batman.
Yeah,
I can't believe I can't think of the dude's name right now. But yeah, I think he's probably my favorite Batman, only because he also played a really great Bruce Wayne, which I think is. Now look, I've heard that's not really the same in the Batman, but I think that's because
the same
he's
person
young.
in the Batman.
Well, and plus it's with it being a younger version of him, that might have something to do with it. I don't know. And I don't even know if the whole Playboy thing is just a solid requiem for Bruce Wayne. Because I can't remember the beginnings of Batman, if that's just how Bruce Wayne was, or if that was just something kind of like how Batman used to be pretty campy, and then Frank Miller just kind of flipped everybody on its head with Dark Knight Returns and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then that's when the dark Batman kind of came around. So I don't know if it's just necessary that Batman has to be like a playboy, or if he could just be a rich guy that just does whatever, doesn't have to go buy a hotel or something just because he does something,
Yeah, I like the Ben Affleck one because he was just super rich.
He did make a good, strong, tough, bulky Batman, dude. He represented Frank Miller's Batman, I think, better than anybody.
Yeah, definitely. And he was a harsh fighter. He didn't pull no punches.
Well, I heard that.
But Robert Pattinson.
I was gonna say, I heard he doesn't really pull any punches either, dude.
You can tell he gets off on it. I was like, oh, they're going there, are they? Yeah.
Well, think about it. And look, and I don't want this to sound weird or anything, but think about if you had the money, you had the means, you had the build. You know what I mean? And you can go out there and stop crime. Imagine catching some of these guys doing some of the things they do. Not like maybe a petty robbery, but I'm talking about somebody that does something to somebody harmful or something like that. Can you imagine? Once you get your hands on that dude, you'd have to stop yourself from beating them, dude. You know what I mean? Because of something horrific that they did. You know what it makes me think about? It makes me think about Rorschach from Watchmen.
I like Watchmen.
He didn't have a villain gallery really because he killed them all. He wasn't like Batman where he put them in an insane asylum and then they broke out and did some more damage. Rorschach killed you. He wasn't playing around, dude.
No, he didn't. Did you ever watch Invincible? That cartoon?
Oh yeah, that was really good too, and that was a great comic. That was Robert Kirkman as well. Walking Dead, man. That's his baby.
Omni-Man.
Oh my gosh, dude! And how evil was he too, man?
I was actually. Do you know what? I was actually affected by watching that for a couple of days because I couldn't believe how at the end of episode 1 how that turned on its head and went completely south.
Oh yeah.
There was a really good character in it. It was a bit of a sort of Batman ripoff, and he basically just got smashed.
I absolutely loved it. I was because look, I'm one of those people, man, that yes, I like a story to kind of be a normal type of story, even if it's got some surprises. But sometimes, man, I really need to be shocked.
Yeah, I was shocked watching that. I was shocked for days.
That one. As soon as he did that, I was like,
that bit where he's holding the face of the speedster and he's punching him at the speed of light, and he's just slowly. I was just like,
they didn't stand a chance, dude.
And he's like, Jesus,
they didn't stand a chance. I mean, it was crazy.
Christian Bale. Yeah, Christian Bale.
Bale, thank you. Oh my gosh, Christian Bale, thank you. Another great actor. Bruce Wayne is my favorite Batman.
Cy O'Connor says Lego Batman's his favorite Batman.
Well, look at you, Lego. Lego got Cy's vote.
Well done, you.
Thomas was too angry. Yeah.
Clooney's
I forgot he was a version of Batman too in the Flashpoint
Green.
universe.
Yeah.
Clooney the worst.
Yeah, Nicole liked George Clooney. Can't think why.
Was that the one with bat nipples?
I think she liked the bat nipples. Yeah.
I think that was the one with bat nipples, wasn't it?
Bat nips.
But you know what was really odd about that? Batman had bat nipples, but Batgirl did not. I remember when I was very young and saw that movie, and I was like, wait a minute, that's not fair.
Or maybe she was sort of armored up. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, yeah.
You got to be careful, man.
That's some padded armor, I guess. I don't know.
We've got Liz out there. Hey, Liz.
Hey, Liz.
Me much needed joy on a Saturday. Liz, lovely to see you. Hope you've had a top day. Well, I hope we make your day.
It's because Batman doesn't wear a bra.
Batman doesn't wear
That's
a
a great
bra.
answer.
Good point. See, that's it. See,
I remember watching Batman and Robin. Dude, look, man. I remember my dad and I saw this, and I think I was 19, 20 maybe at the time. I can't remember, but we both watched that movie, and we both thought it was so bad that we each wanted to leave, but we were being respectful to the other person and didn't say anything. Oh my gosh. We walked out of that movie and just looked at each other. We were like,
there's some weird dance scenes in that, and I don't know. I saw it. I didn't watch it, but there was a video. I know there's a video doing the rounds on the internet, well, YouTube, really, folks, saying that is a masterpiece film and why it's so misunderstood. That was a waste.
Yeah,
I love the arms.
I severely misunderstood that one.
Yeah, well, so did I. I was like, really? You're having a giraffe, mate. Anyway, let me show you this, guys. This is where I'm at so far. This is a good build. It's kind of slowly but surely kind of coming together. There we go. Look at that. How good does that look?
Very nice.
I don't even have to do it like that. I can just do that. Look at that. I really love the figures that come with this set. Really good choice of figures. Lego knocked it out of the park there, like that. The legs are good as well. I love the feet are definitely different to the Raider. Look at them.
Well, I just finished making one of mine too. Yeah. Did yours have stickers on it?
No, yours does though. Yours has quite a few.
Yeah.
Hold your feet up, Hive, next to that.
Let me get it like that.
There you go. Yeah.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my baby. Hello, my ragtime gown.
This is a good build. This is a really good build. It really is. Very cool.
Yeah, man. I always thought they were kind of creepy when I was young, when I first saw Empire Strikes Back. And, the AT-ATs are walking, you know what I mean? But then you see the smaller AT-STs walking really fast next to them. I don't know why. They just always kind of creep me out.
Yeah, they're only in it for a few seconds as well.
Oh, Craig, that's a good question. What's worse, Batman
that?
and Robin, or Spider-Man 3?
Quite different films.
Yeah, I know, but it's still a tough call because my immediate knee-jerk reaction is still going to say Batman and Robin, but I don't know what they were thinking, man, with Spider-Man 3. And I mean, the Venom stuff was kind of bad, but I could have looked past some of that. But the stuff where he was dancing and I don't know, man. It's a weird movie. That was weird.
It's an odd one. I need to watch it. I don't think I've actually ever watched it all the way through.
It's not. There's no need.
In that case, I won't.
I mean, if you're really bored one day, you have nothing to do. I mean, there's not even a good book to read, or I don't know, but maybe there's a lot of people who probably disagree with me about that. They'd say it's a really genius movie, and I misunderstood it or something.
The problem with that is as well, there were some fine actors in that movie, weren't
there? I think. The dude from that 70s show. I don't remember if anybody else really was. Oh, wait, with the Sandman. The guy from I can't even think of what his name was, man. He's a good guy.
Oh,
The
guy that
they were
played
all
Santa.
in No Way Home, apparently. You know what I mean?
So Hive, we've got about, I don't know, 25 minutes left.
Wow.
How's yours looking?
I'm almost on the last bag. I've got a few more
Okay.
pieces. I don't know, maybe like a small handful, and then I'll be on the last bag. So there is a slight possible chance I might not finish.
It ain't happening, folks. It ain't happening. He keeps chattering too much.
Yeah.
But we don't mind, Hive. That's why we love you, man.
I appreciate that, man. This build does not appreciate it, but I appreciate it. This build's like, build me. Act like it's a freaking UCS Millennium Falcon or something, you know. Like, that could take some time. I should have had this built already.
This is true. Hey, got Chris Challenge out there as well. Good to see you, dude.
Hey.
Don't forget, folks, if you just beamed in, as always, do us a big favor. Give the stream a great big thumbs up.
I thought you were going to say hug.
Well, you know what? If you want to hug that like button, hug that like button.
She's got legs.
So, tell us a little bit about Good Morning Brick World.
Well, it's a little thing I started. Gosh, man, it's been a couple years now.
Yeah,
it's definitely been a couple years. I mean, because we're on like 119 or something. But yeah, you know, it's just something fun I wanted to do. I remember seeing I don't know, a segment or something for like Good Morning America or something like that, you know. And I was just like, you know, it'd be nice to have like a Good Morning thing for the Lego
100%.
world, you know.
Yeah, very good.
And yeah, so it just started. That was like my main stream, you know, my weekly stream. Everything else is always kind of random. And I don't know. And then I got to, I want to say it was like episode 100. And then somewhere around in there, I just really started kind of wanting to do more with it. And I started thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I was like, I think it'd be good to have like a co-host, you know, somebody to bounce dialogue off of, you know, and you know, stuff like that. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, a lot of people immediately suggested Doc, but there was like easily a handful of people that I thought about. So I don't know, I just like yeah, you know, if anybody's interested, man, you know, let me know, and blah blah blah. And Doc, he went up to the plate and swung the bat, man, and
yeah,
he hit a home run.
Did you give him a hard interview?
No. I mean, if I didn't know Doc very well, I definitely would have. But I know what comes with Doc. You know what I mean? So that wasn't really a tough decision.
Doc know what comes with Doc. That's what I went.
I believe so. But yeah, and then, you know, like I said, Doc is just basically like just come up with all kinds of great ideas for stuff, and yeah, now it seems like it's turning every time. It's like becoming more and more of a show that we want to do instead of like a stream, you know. And yeah, we've really went pretty heavy on trying to focus inwards onto the community. You know, with the live stream calendar and like the birthdays and, you know, like the intros and stuff like that. So it's almost like we tried to make the first hour, you know, obviously Lego related with news and segments and stuff, but really also like the first hour be on the community outwards. And then the second hour would be like having people on the panel, like having the community inwards. But it's still like evolving, and it will probably always slowly evolve to different things, you know, morph different ways. But like we're really starting to finally have some sort of shape that we've been molding, and it's, you know, becoming a little more permanent. Also, seriously, from the bottom of my heart and from Doc's heart, we appreciate it very much. Like I've noticed the numbers have been going up.
Definitely, mate.
So we really appreciate everybody that's been involved in watching and, sharing our content and talking about it and, all this other stuff, whether it be on like Greg, mentioning it on the stream, or like Ninja gave us a shout out on Kelly Brick Click.
That's nice.
I mean, the whole Kelly Brick Click gave us a shout out, but like Ninja did the voiceover, so that's why I say Ninja. But yeah, it's become so much more than I ever thought it would be. But I will tell you, and I don't say this as a complaint. I think it's, again, like I mentioned before about like Greg and I and stuff. It's really important to acknowledge too that it is a lot of work. It seems and it is fun. But like Doc goes and makes videos, like multiple videos for this thing, like every week,
Yeah.
Even sometimes sacrificing making something more in tune with what maybe he might want to make, and like I was saying about like with you and me, like when we were like reaching out to people for to come on the panel and stuff, like you got to really plan that stuff and try and it's not easy because sometimes time change, sometimes this, sometimes that. So, but it's so much fun. I just every Sunday, man, I look forward to having it. I hope everybody can tell when they're watching it just how much fun Doc and I have doing it. So thank you, Minifigures. This is a great way to spend Sunday afternoon. And I hope it's never really weird. I didn't think about this when I first started it, calling it Good Morning Brick World, but obviously it's live, so like it's not good morning like when you're watching it, or definitely not good morning when
like good afternoon
Snowlania is watching it, or Rich or somebody, you know what I mean? Like it's late, or for them.
Yeah, good evening. Good something.
Right.
But it's good morning where you are, mate. That's the main thing.
Doc says someone stop the microeconomic rants. Yeah, Doc's we've been trying to think of a good like word Doc can throw out there when I won't be quiet. Just to let me know.
Oldendorf says he's gonna head out now. So see you whenever you're on later.
Have a good one.
Thanks a lot, Oldendorf. Yeah, I'm looking forward to a nice meal tonight, I have to say. I can't remember what I got. My wife's cooking it anyway, so it'll be amazing. It will be.
What you having? Anything specific?
Do you know what? I can't remember what we're having. I think it might be. I don't know what it is. Homemade. It'll be something homemade.
I was like, I'm sure it'll be good no matter what.
Nicole's saying it clearly shows how much fun you guys have. Much point. Well, yeah, because I'm on your stream tomorrow, but I'm not on it for like an hour. Was it 45 minutes? You guys do your thing for like the first hour or so on it. Don't you?
So that was something that it's a little different than most people's streams. Yeah. So what we do is almost like I talk about, like it's like a late night talk show. You know what I mean? Where the host, think of like Johnny Carson or something, or Jimmy Fallon and that kind of stuff, where they do their segments. They do their thing, and then afterwards they bring on guests. Which is also some people it's a little confusing for, so I try to explain it, really well ahead of time. But like that's why we don't send out the invite until basically about 45 minutes in, because we didn't want to send out the invite and everybody just sitting in the back room for like an hour, not knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, and that's why we started trying to make, like I said, themed panels. So we can have one kind of specific thing to kind of really revolve the conversation around. And we decided that we didn't really generally want to have more than 6 guests on the panel at a time. Yeah. Just to help and plus we're only 2 hours long. So it's like,
that's the thing, yeah. Because and then it's like they might only be on for an hour or so. So
right. Well, and plus not everybody, but some people, they get antsy after being on for long periods of time. So that was another reason, just to keep the show pretty like tight knit, but also that way you're in, we talk, and then you can get out. You don't have to be on for like super long time. So I think for a lot of people it makes it like a little easier and the transition, especially if you're kind of new at it. So yeah,
it definitely does. I really like the way you guys have adapted it. I think it looks great.
Thank you.
I think Doc has definitely kind of breathed new life into
Oh, for sure.
It's exactly what you wanted to do. That was the aim of the game.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not saying I was gonna quit, but I needed something, you know what I mean? Even if it wasn't a co-host, I needed to have something to kind of refuel something into it.
Yeah.
A
bit of new blood.
Yeah. And it was great. And like I said, now we're not even thinking of it as a stream. It's more of a show that you can watch every Sunday. So it's good times.
Yeah, well, that's how I see London Calling as a bit of a show. To be honest, it's for me, London Calling is very much community driven, and it's a reflection on the week in Lego. It's the week that was of Lego,
Yeah. Yeah, man, and those streams, and this is like advice I can give to anybody, and I don't really generally give advice because it's not like I'm some big YouTuber. But one thing I can tell anybody that if they have a channel or something that's really important that helps is consistency in like a schedule. Like everybody knows London Calling's on Friday. You know what I mean? Like everybody knows Good Morning Brickworld's on Sunday. Now, like a Hive stream, nobody would be able to tell you when the hell one a Hive stream would be on. You know what I mean?
Even he doesn't know.
Even I don't know until about 2 hours before I'm going to have one. And there's a whole stable community of these streams out there, and that's why we started that calendar, because
great idea.
People love knowing, like for instance, London Calling. That's something. People love to be able to go back and see something that's familiar to them, especially if you become part of that, you become part of that family, become part of that stream, so that's something to really think about, even if it's not a stream. Let's say you have like Ryan's Q&A videos. Like I don't watch all of Ryan's stuff, you know what I mean?
No,
I've been always honest about it. Some of it I don't have time, some of his stuff isn't, I don't like, not just him, I don't really like top 10 sets and top worst sets. It's not really like my thing. I don't
you can't watch everything, and you and him are mates as well, so
yeah, exactly. But every Tuesday, man, I'm watching the Q&A video, and when he had it, I would always watch the Lego news that he would do. You know what I mean? But I know every Tuesday he's gonna have that Q&A video. You know what I mean? And I wish I could do something like that, and I could. I mean, but you really got to stick to your guns on stuff. But like, yeah, besides Good Morning Brickworld, I wish I could make like a certain video that would come out like at the same day every week or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's really important. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I miss doing the LBB news. I used to love doing the LBB.
I do too.
And
you guys really went hard on that too. That was like an hour-long news program, man.
You know what? It was just so much news. It was just so much news.
Can you imagine today trying to keep up with it?
It's just impossible to keep up with. And I might go back to it one day because
you should. Yeah, you really should, dude.
Maybe I'll just do an LBB news one day out of the blue, and everyone will go. I'll take the feedback from it and see what people think.
I think that if you just did like one once a month, you could.
Yeah, that's all I do.
Cover a lot.
News. And maybe I'll take a story that's developed over a couple of weeks and reflect on it.
And even more so, maybe you should make it more just about some news. And I don't mean to take this away from people that break Lego news, because there's some of them I follow kind of religiously. You know what I mean? But make it more than just about like, this is what set, this is what set, this is what set. Like you can news. You know what I mean? I don't know, like Lego stopped what's going on with like Russia, or like that's a very simple, like I'm not making it a complicated story. I'm just bringing you facts, not opinions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, because I miss those, man. They were always, man. You'd fall into news on London Bridge Bricks, man. It was good stuff.
I love it, honestly, dude. I love doing it. It was a big one that me and Paul used to do, because in some respects it's easier now when I want to edit stuff, because I used to have to give it to Paul. We'd upload it, Paul would work on it, and then it'd come back to me. But of course, I haven't got that. It was a luxury, but now of course things have changed. I do it all myself, and there could be room to do it. I think there could definitely be room to do it, or do something of it, or a short version of it. Like I just make sure it's like 15 minutes long or something like that. Or maybe just pick up a story and just kind of look into it a little bit more and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Do a bit of under the hood kind of looks at stuff. And
Yeah, and there's different types of news. Like there's a news where people literally bring out sets, like that's breaking news, like what's coming out and stuff. Then there's like more, I guess, kind of nuanced news, like stuff that like BFAB kind of does, or Doc, you know, with his virtual news. But I always felt like yours was like just an interesting version of like 60 Minutes, dude. Like it was, it was just a nice long news show you could really watch about stuff.
yeah,
Did I see Danny out there?
I think have we got
Hi, Danny.
Hey, Lego Danny Bob. She's been pushing out loads of good content.
Yeah, she has, man.
One of my faves.
Definitely, you guys should check out Danny's stuff.
She's awesome, folks. Honestly, do check her out. You know how much I love Lego Danny Bob. Everybody knows that. So yeah, I miss doing the news, and maybe I could go back to that. It's taken me a while to kind of get to this place where I'm at now. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, I've always said I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole because it's just a lot of work. Like,
yeah, and
you gotta research stuff, then you gotta really you gotta really sit down and edit stuff, and like, yeah, it's not just an easy video to whip up.
Oh no, not at all. I'm just popping in the part one video. So part one video, folks, is down in the description below. So anyone watching this back, if you are watching it back for the first time, hang around if you want to. But if you want to see the whole of these ATSTs being built and constructed or assembled, whatever you want to call it, then check out the link below in the description to the Transatlantic live stream part one. Very important. But yeah, good to see you, Lego Danny Bob. I hope you're having a top day, actually. I'm interested to know what she thinks about the new proposed UCS set, which will be the land speeder. I can't say I'm overly I'm not excited at all, actually.
Nobody's seen this, right? Like, we haven't even gotten like leaked pictures, right?
No, it might not even be that. I mean, if they come up and said we're doing a ghost this year for the UCS set, I'd be amazed, and I'd be like, wow, good going.
I'm just dying to know what they're going to do for it. I say what, but if and what they're going to do for the May 4th promo.
Yeah,
I'm dying. Does anybody have any good guesses?
I don't know, man. I'm going to just hope and pray that it's a minifigure. That's all. That's all I want.
Yeah. And I hate to even say this because it's going to sound very entitled, but I hope it's a good minifig. Like, it's not just like a first order stormtrooper or something, you know? I'm just saying, man. Like, come on, Lego, you're killing me, dude.
That would shut a lot of people up.
It sure would, myself included.
You want to shut this guy up? Give him a phase 2 Cody.
But like, seriously, I would love almost any Sith we haven't gotten yet. Any Jedi we haven't gotten yet. Any droid that would be kind of cool we haven't gotten yet.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
Have we gotten all the bounty hunters? Is there any bounty hunters left? Have we gotten an Aura Singh? Yeah, we got an Aura Singh.
I tell you who, Dave. Have we had him yet? I can't remember. Yeah, we must have.
I'm pretty
Of course
sure.
we have. The Sheriff. We've had the Sheriff, haven't we? I just don't think I've got the set that he comes with.
Have we? I don't remember. Ah, dang it. I don't remember.
Lego Danny Bob, massive Star Wars fan.
Indeed.
And she's saying, she's similar to me, really. She goes, yeah, not overly excited about the UCS land speeder. Looks like the C3PO is an exclusive with that silver leg, but yeah. Okay, so that's something, an exclusive figure. That's
I thought for a second, the blurry picture I saw of that minifig, I thought it was going to be like golden or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, lacquered. I mean, that would be a good one. And I think C3PO is potentially going to be, not C3PO, R2D2. He'll have a full print around him as well. I think that could be quite cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
But, I mean, you never know. They might be the only thing. I mean, an exclusive Obi-Wan. Of course, the Obi-Wan. That would go quite well with it, wouldn't it?
I still got my 20th anniversary one still sealed in the poly bag.
Yeah.
The Obi-Wan that came out.
I got all those. I must...
I thought the price might jump up, but I mean, I don't think it was anything special.
There's loads of those. It's a bit like today. If you go and buy the AT-AT today, you still get the lightsaber with it.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought they would have sold out of that by now.
no, not sold out of that at all. I think
Really?
I called it when it first came out. I said I reckon they're gonna be around for a long time. Those lightsabers, and so far, touch wood, they have been.
I would never have guessed.
Yeah. But yeah, Lego Danny Bob, if you're still out there, what would you like? I tell you what, not just Lego Danny Bob, all of you lovely people out there, what would you like to have as a gift with purchase for, say, a spend of £50, if you're lucky? What would you like, guys? What would you like as your ideal gift with purchase? And I'll tell you what, give me some ideas and I'll use it as a survey maybe for next Friday. Or maybe, don't forget, folks, next Friday, by the looks of it, you lot want me to do 2 streams on that day. One for the DeLorean, which I'll continue on Saturday, of course. And one for London Calling. So yeah, let me know, folks. What would you like to have as your gift with purchase this May the 4th? And don't forget, folks, around that time, Hive and I on May the 7th, we'll be doing a live stream. And Hive could potentially be building the DeLorean. It could all change between now and then, folks. But whatever happens, just make sure you're around May the 7th for our 3-year anniversary now, Hive.
I think this is our 3rd year.
It's our 3rd year, dude. 3 years.
Because we went. Yeah. It feels like we've been on longer than that, though, right?
Yeah, because it's our.
I mean, maybe just 4 years. It feels like it's at least about 4 years, but maybe it is.
It's not 4 years. This is year 3 now. We're going into the 4th year after that
because we started the year before COVID.
Oh yeah. We started the year way before COVID. Was it 2 years? I have to look back. I thought last year was our 2-year anniversary.
I'm pretty sure last year was our 2-year.
A second anniversary. Yeah,
Gosh,
this will be.
We haven't even gotten to like 5 years, and we're already forgetting.
Yeah, that's because we've done a lot of content, dude. And you do, folks. You forget what content you've done, as much as you forget what blooming sets we've bought. We've got the beautiful Ian Brickbot out there. Good to see you, dude. Hope you've had a top day. Give our love to Carrie as well.
Hi, Carrie.
A Mega Man, dude.
Mega Man.
I should have brought that down there. I've got a mug. I've got a brand new mug that I got at the Reading Brick Festival, which has got that on the mug.
Speaking of Mega Man, that would have been a good game also to bring into Lego if possible.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was Mega Man, not Omega Man. My bad. I used to love playing Mega Man.
Well, Mega Man would be quite a good name for one.
Mm-hmm.
What should I call this? That.
Yeah, I'm curious about this land speeder, man.
Yeah, me too. I like. Can they actually? It'd be quite good if it's in the scale of the DeLorean. It would technically be a kind of vehicle from a movie. Do you know what I mean? Like, car.
I can't remember what the price point was. Was it 200?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. We got the lovely Carrie out there as well. How you doing, Carrie?
Hi, Carrie.
She goes, loved, received. Oh, thank you, Carrie. Carrie, I should be. Do you know, sometimes if I don't feel as though I pronounce the Carrie bit correctly and call it, I always think, does it sound too like Kerry? But of course, it is Carrie, folks. That is what I mean. I'm watching too, but slower on the open chat. Lovely to have you out there. Honestly, it is Carrie and Ian. 2 absolutely beautiful people. Do check them out. They stream on a Sunday, folks, 8:30. Do check it out. Okay, Danny Bob. She goes, gift with purchase for May the 4th. She says. Any minifigure, polybag, preferably from Attack of the Clones. I thought Attack of the Clones was the worst out of all the movies. Just joking. That's what a few people say. Phase 2 Cody. Ovs. Yeah, that's what we said as well. But any clone, even like mini Jedi Starfighters. Even like, oh no, I wouldn't want a mini Jedi Starfighter. You get those free on a magazine. You do. You don't want anything that comes free on a magazine. What you want is exclusive, something exclusive. Like those dioramas that they've brought out for the last 3 years. They're good,
dude,
right? but they're not what I want at all.
Can you imagine if you just get a polybag, right? And the only thing in it is a Darksaber. They're like, there you go.
Oh,
we made you a Darksaber. But I'm like, I mean, I'm really happy you got a Darksaber, but that's the gift of purchase.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I know. Or you get that minifigure that gets cut in half on the table. And you get a table. That is a good polybag. Come on, guys. That character on a table, right? The table can cut in half and you get the dark saber. There you go.
you know,
That's
this
my
is
idea.
kind of related to something I was asking the panel last week on Good Morning Brickworld, you know, with the Star Wars stuff was like, you know, do you think Lego just doesn't really care about maybe Star Wars, the theme, or just the Star Wars fans or something like that? Because I had brought up the Darksaber, you know what I mean? And how I have these different awesome, really crazy molds and prints for other swords,
Yeah.
you know? And yeah, I mean, like, why you would think Lego would know, like, you would think they would know. Like, do you if you hear any of the fans, like, you think that they would know, like, they really want a minifig. We don't have to do phase 2 Cody, but they seem to really, really want a minifig, you know, for May the 4th promo. We really care about them. I think we should give them what they want. And I've said this, look, and I've said this before, like, not all Star Wars fans, because most of us are just wacky, you know what I mean, and irate. But I really feel like tons of us, man, would be totally understanding and just happy if they did some little things like that, you know?
Yeah. 100%.
But who knows who knows what we'll get.
Who knows, indeed. What we get and what we want really are two different things, folks. But you know what? That's life.
It is what it is, right?
We always want. That's life, folks. That's the old, carrot and donkey scenario.
That's why.
life. Frank Sinatra had it, right? Back in the
Yes,
day.
that is
Now,
Frank Sinatra.
Just saying. But have you seen the time, Hive?
Oh no, I have not. Are we there?
We are there. We have hit the lovely
gosh.
2.5 hour mark, folks. We really have. Anyone who's joined us, please do give us a thumbs up while you're here.
Well, I didn't finish building that one, but I can at least show you this one that looks similar to that one, so you can kind of see what that build would have looked like.
This is what it would have looked like if you haven't done bad though, Hive. Come on, let's have a look at. Let's see where you got to.
Actually, the one I'm building.
Before you show us that, we got A Hive. Hey Greg. Hey chat. Lovely.
Hey Redmond.
This is for you.
Oh my God! Is this my acceptance to Hogwarts?
Cheers, dude. So, Hive, as you was, my friend.
All right. So I was getting this leg built, which I'm kind of curious about this one piece here, but I haven't gotten to that yet. It's almost like a shock, like that goes with the hydroponics.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, nice.
Anyways, but yeah, then I got these other pieces that I still have to actually put together yet, and then I got, like I said, a few pieces laying here that I got to put together, and then I'm on the last bag, so not quite there yet, but once I get it all put together, be good to go.
Yeah, you're nearly there. You nearly made it. But Hive being Hive, he loves a little rant. He can't help himself. He loves it, and we love him doing it as well. His conversation, and I tell you what, folks, watching this back, we delved into some quite interesting areas today. So I hope you enjoyed that. This is a really good. I think I actually prefer this over the Raider. I think I do. I don't know why. I think I just think it's a better build. That's all. And like I say, folks, there's not really too much really between them. In all honesty, there really isn't. But what I will say is, you get some absolute stonkingly cool looking figures as well. Let's make that a little bit bigger, shall we? Pop me over there. You get some really cool figures. This here is a really cool looking Hoth Rebel. Love that. Love the backpack. I love that. It's one of my favorite ever Star Wars scenes in the trench. So maybe I'll just continue armying up them. Maybe I'll do the Royal Guards. I don't know. We got this really cool version of Chewbacca. Nice new variation. Like, remember, folks, there's that Christmas one of him as well, where he's just all white. That always looks good.
Mm-hmm.
We've got this probe droid as well. All that there. I mean, to be honest, it was a dickens of a thing to build. That was. It was bizarre. And then we got this as well, the actual ATS. So that revolves around like that. You got the button that you can kind of roll around on the back of that. That looks good. Love the fact that you can get inside it. You got a couple of little clips in there where you can put his binoculars and put his blaster, and you get this absolutely wonderful looking ATST pilot as well. I don't think we can call him a driver. I think that's kind of undermining him a little bit. I think he's more of a pilot, or at least he looks like he wants to be a pilot anyway. So that's that. Really cool little set. Another one to add to my collection. And maybe one day soon, I'll do the ATST from the lovable Rogue One as well. So anyway, enough of the old build cam. I think I can kind of remove that from the stream. It's me and the Hive, as always.
Hey, Brigadier.
Brigadier just popped in as well. Brigadier, lovely to see you, old chap. Hope you've had a really top Saturday, my friend. I'm going to stop the poll now, folks. I'm going to end the poll. And basically, there's been 55 votes, which is awesome on a Saturday afternoon. It really is, folks. Love you for that. I really, really do. And 55% of you have voted for me to actually buy the DeLorean next week. Just get it home, unbox it, start building, and start streaming it. And you know what? That's what I'll do then. So thank you for everyone who voted in that. I really do appreciate it. And on that note, Brick Hive, do you want to tell us a little bit about what's coming up on your awesome channel, especially tomorrow, my friend? Because tomorrow, I think we're on a hat trick for tomorrow, aren't we?
Yeah. So tomorrow is it's Good Morning Brick World, and the theme panel we're gonna have tomorrow is for Marvel. And yes, Greg will be joining us, as well as Rich from Bearded Bricks, Troy from Agents of Mox, Jesse from Jesse Bricks Galaxy, Larry Lagong, and I always want to say Legend, and Iceberg Bricks, the Lego master himself, will be on with us tomorrow as well. So we'll definitely be talking about some Marvel stuff, the movie stuff, Lego stuff, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, tomorrow will be a really great Good Morning Brick World. Next week's panel, I think I'm just going to have a random panel so I can get some more people collected together for the other themes. Because I know some of the themes I've got kind of works coming up is Mosaic theme panel, city building theme panel. And we wanted to go with either like DC or Ninjago next. So as far as videos,
Ninjago.
Yeah,
love Ninjago, love DC. Not really too much on DC, to be fair, because she's being my favorite superhero. Well,
I mean, and there's just so many different things that you can have like a theme panel for that has to do with Lego. But then I've got the stop motion stuff I'm working on. I'll have another weekend review vlog coming out. I got a long haul video that I did film, and then I found out I already showed some of the stuff, so I have to kind of refilm some of it.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, I know. I hate when that happens. And then lastly, I just did my first stream, my drawing stream on my new drawing channel. So I'll be.
What's it called? What's your new drawing channel called?
It's called Brick Hive Studios. It's
nice.
just Brick Hive with studios at the end. So yeah, actually, if anybody can go over there and sub to that channel, that'd be super duper. Just because like I just started it up, so and the more the merrier. But yeah, so I'll be uploading art stuff on that. That's strictly just for art in my business and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, it's the stuff that I'm doing with this tablet is just insane. So if you're interested in any of that, definitely go check it out. Yeah. I mean, just besides anything random, that's really about it.
And that's it. I'm looking forward to being on that tomorrow, mate. I really am.
Looking forward to having you, man.
Love that. Love that.
Real quick. And two, just to explain to people also, when we have these theme panels, so there's some of us, Greg and I are two perfect examples of complete randomness. I don't think even as much as I might love Star Wars or Greg might love this, like it's so hard to kind of put either one of us into a category. So people like me or Greg, like I don't say me because I'm having the show, but like people like Greg could be in almost any of the panels because just like so much different stuff. Or like let's take Solo for example. Solo's a huge Star Wars fan. I had him on the last panel, but when I have a car panel, Solo's another person I would probably ask to be on that.
Yeah,
panel, because some
100%.
people are kind of interchangeable with that stuff. So
Yeah,
I just want to make sure everybody kind of understood why I might have certain people on. So.
Yeah, you've only got, and it's nice to mix it around. Maybe next time you do a Star Wars one, I'll come on that. You know, mix it around. Keep mixing it around, Hive. That's what we. Sometimes you got not only kick the hornet's nest, you got to kick the Hive as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so good stuff, mate. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to being on there.
And thank you, Ian. I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Ian, what did he say? Say Brick Hive's channel, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, cheers, dude. And don't forget, folks, you can find all their details, all Brick Hive's details down in the description below. I think your new one, though, yeah, that's a good one, actually, because I obviously haven't got your art one on there.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm still kind of building it up. It's kind of basic right now, but it's getting there. So
yeah, give him some love, folks. Let's get him. How many subscribers are you at the moment, Hive?
I think right now I'm at like 20 something.
Okay, you want to get to that 100 so you can, you know, I remember 100 was a massive milestone for me. I loved it when I got over that. Then 500, and then I don't know. As soon as you got over 1,000, I just found that things just seem to pick up quicker.
Yeah, it's odd how it works. Yeah,
it is definitely. There's definitely something definitely happens in the algorithm at 1,000. There's no doubt about that. And bloody hell, 1,000 is massive. 100 is massive. 500 is obviously 5 times more. So anyway, on that note, folks, so on that mathematically philosophical bombshell, that's it from me today. I'll be back tomorrow, obviously, on Good Morning Brick World with Brick Hive and Doc Sampson and a load of other amazing peeps as well. So I can't wait for that. Then Wednesday, I'm going to be doing the backlog with Sai. Not sure what I'm going to build. Sai's going to be finishing off the night bus. You know what? I might even start the night bus and try and finish it as well on that stream. Then on Thursday, Sai's streaming. I'll be with him. Friday, of course, London Calling, 7:30 UK time. That is, of course, gone back by that point to the old time zones. So that'll be 2:30 EST time. But I might do a cheeky stream. Well, I will be doing a cheeky stream during the day, probably around 3 o'clock, 3 to 5, something like that, folks. I'll be building the brand spanking new DeLorean. And then I'll continue that on Saturday as well for a couple of hours. So I look forward to that. Lego Danny Bob says, I just subbed to Hive Studios. Cheers, guys. Go for it, guys. If it's good enough for Lego Danny Bob, it's good enough for you too. So, folks, show that man some love. And there's Hive saying, thank you, Danny. Thank you, everyone. Honestly, folks, that's what it's all about. It's a community stream for community people in and outside of the panel as well. So that's what it's all about, folks. What goes around comes around. And you know what? Lego, it's a wonderful thing. And you know what? Each and every one of you wonderful peeps are out there. We'll let you know, guys, when we're doing the next Transatlantic live stream. It will be another double bill, and it will be another bag of fun and frolics as well with you lovely lot. So take care. Have a wonderful rest of your Saturday, and we'll see you very, very soon. Cheerio, folks. Be good.
Bye, guys.
Stay safe.
Thank you for being with us.